guy who watches movies all day.
Okay.
Really, I don't think
Somebody
Duke
forgot
is
their
helping
TV
this
license.
speech out from
Bruh.
Okay, I believe we're live just about, so welcome back everyone to another episode of the Spice Wars. Episode 9. Would someone please recap what happened last time, just while I sort some stuff out on my end, as I'm using a new encoder?
I don't know if that is you, Nollis, but could you mute the cops?
No, that's
That's me.
I believe that's a crime.
I have to have my window open, but yeah, they keep going past. Someone keeps committing crime nearby, apparently.
I suppose I could try to explain what happened last time, considering it's my mess. Well, Juka and John were going on more or less their first official bounty hunting mission. As you see, something happened. Namely being, Juka got really messed up after they went to a bar to look for information, went down the chimney, and threw a detonite charge.
He did what's called a pro gamer move.
Yes. Thankfully, our target survived.
Yeah, just.
That is all.
Okay, Gren will be joining us very shortly, as will Ritualist, hopefully. And Ash may be dabbing out as well at some point later, but hopefully not for a bit. And before we really get into the meat of this story, we now have Streamlabs, as I'm using Streamlabs OBS as our new encoder. So, if anyone does feel like donating to help out with our lovely artists, to recompensate them for their fantastic work, as you saw on the thumbnail of this stream, you are more than welcome to. I certainly don't pressure anyone to donate, but if you feel like it, it's there. Okay. Let's see. So yeah, you've finished your mission. The guy Kieran, who was this smuggler dude who lived on this street, has basically managed to smooth things over, and he's like, "Alright, boys, you may as well leave as quick as you can. I'll smooth things over when the coppers arrive. Alright?"
Once again, was it gas explosion? Trust me.
Gas explosion, right. I got it.
Yeah, I'm just telling you. Saw it go. I was not in there, but you know, I'm just seeing myself.
Sure thing, Sonny. He's just gonna sit here and kind of watch you leave and wait for the cops to arrive, basically. By cops, I mean the Empire.
The cop fire.
So what are you guys wanting to do? Are you just loading everything into your truck?
Yeah.
Yeah, I assume we're just loading everything.
Okay.
Moving on.
Where do you want to go? Do you want to hand in your captive now, or do you want to get Med patched up first?
I'm thinking we should hand the captive. What's your guys' spin?
Yeah, we can always bleed to death later.
Amen.
True, we should probably go see a hospital or something.
I mean, it depends on how hurt you will.
I think everybody present is rather hurt.
My feelings are hurt more than anything.
I'm sorry.
Oh. Mine are too. I'm not a capable enough doctor. I understand. So go to a hospital then.
That's not the intention, I just think this is a task far beyond any of our skills.
Just double checking past that. Is the stream working? Is it all good so far?
Yeah.
Cool.
So what I saw, everything is okay. I'll just double check the sound as well.
Yeah, because it's on yellow on YouTube, and I don't know why, but I'm outputting at 1080p, so that might be why. So I thought I'd be fancy with it.
Sound seems okay. I'll just have a quick look.
Okay, while Pass is doing that, I will transition you. Are you going to get your reward first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Confirm from Kotrack, it's working okay. And also, I don't know if it was just me, but it seems some of the voices were a bit low, but I would ask the audience's opinion on
Oof. Yeah, you and Nolus are the only ones that are low, I think, for me. But anyway, right. You get in your car. Do you just tie this guy up? Do you gag him or anything, or do anything special?
We shall tie him up to gag him if possible.
You can definitely grab some cloth and gag him. Yes. Okay. You make your way back to the corporate offices of Fabref Biochemicals. Your target does wake up on the journey, and he kind of muffles a bit and seems kind of agitated.
We're finally awake.
No!
Okay, you can plonk yourselves down here if you want.
Mate.
Fall right into that Imperial ambush, same as us and that thief over there.
Points at me.
Yes.
Oof. Do you do anything with your captive, or are you just gonna let him muffle and scream?
Yeah, I'll just escort him.
Oh, and Duke will poke him.
He kind of grunts, so, but like doesn't actually do much else. So
Yay.
he suffers one more level of fatigue, one strain.
Oh, Yuka, since you are the man of the hour, I suggest you take the lead.
Well, shit.
John is gonna go over here and contemplate life and smoke a cigarette.
Understandable.
Even that was a bit much for him.
If we weren't in such establishment. Come on, man.
Yep, you drive up in your truck, the guards pretty much wave you in, they recognize you, and they recognize that you've got someone bundled up in the back of your truck, so... And as soon as you've all made it inside, they close the doors discreetly.
Yeah, and Duke is just gonna suggest that you look after John, because, well, Duke doubts anyone has a healthy mental state after that.
Okay. Right.
There's
See.
a muscle.
Yeah, I've just dragged the other two in. So, do you just walk up to the desk, basically?
Yeah, I think we'll just walk
Oh,
over
mate.
to the desk and say,
Okay. Yeah, the secretary of the desk is like, "Hello, sir. How can I?" Ah. And she just kind of
Yeah,
presses a button and says, "Please wait, sir."
yeah, we have a delivery.
I see.
Thank you.
Very good. After 5 minutes or so, Vice Prex Hostal turns up and says, "Ah, hello, gentlemen. You see, I trust you have completed your contract."
Yep. No complications. There was just a bit of a gas leak.
Very good. I trust no collateral damage.
Just the gas leak.
Very good. Please follow me. And she once again takes up a seat in the little boardroom there that's still empty now.
Come on, then. I know you're bound to get, but you can still walk. Come on.
Okay, I'll just put him behind there. Actually, doesn't get a chair.
And Duke is gonna pat him on the head.
She basically sits. She basically sits down and addresses you all. Says, "Well, you've brought him back alive. That's a good start. That would be 8,000 Imperial credits so far for your pay. However, did you by any chance manage to secure any other items despite this gas leak?"
Yeah, we did quite well despite the gas leak. There were a few security operatives who were unfortunate casualties.
I trust they won't be witnesses to this action.
Good.
Very good.
As far as
Out of
they
character,
know-
we did secure the credits cache.
Yes, we did.
Mhm.
Didn't we?
You managed to secure a data pad, a crystal, and 3 vials of the substance he had on him.
Right.
Yeet.
And also there was a broken credit cleaner which you left in the house. But there were a few assorted credit chips as well in a crate, so you can mention them, I guess, if you wish, all that stuff. Yeah.
Suppose we shall.
Sure. Should I do it, or do you want to do it?
The honor is all yours, Pastor.
We secured a credits cache and a data pad, along with Han. Do we find anything else?
The 3 vials, I believe.
Ah, yeah, true that. Some of his materials, you see.
Okay. Are you handing over everything?
Well, now that we've mentioned it, I'm guessing we have to.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, this is still out of character. I just want to make sure you finalize all this before you say it.
Are you sure you want to hand over these items?
Yep.
Let's just give the items we don't need. So the experimental vials.
All the experimental vials.
Yeah. And maybe the data pad, but that depends actually.
Okay. All the experimental vials.
Uh,
The credit cache?
yeah, wasn't there a reward for the credits cache? I seem to remember.
Yeah, she basically said there would be a reward for any additional items you could recover, particularly mentioning the vials.
In that case, we can keep the cash.
Okay,
Okay.
so I guess you hand over all 3 vials.
Yep.
Alright, put them on the table, and she takes the case over, opens it up, and kind of smiles and says, "Ah, very good, very good. We appreciate this." And she kind of just puts it onto the table. Anything else?
Never mind. It seems the credits cache might have been a casualty of the gas explosion.
Ah, that is unfortunate. However, that does not affect our contract. The recovery of the target was more important than the recovery of the money, you understand?
I'm back. Are we streaming?
Yes. Pasta and Han
Nigger.
are are attempting to negotiate their reward. So, you hand over the vials. Do you hand over anything else?
Well, we had the vials. We had the.
Do we have any need of the data pad?
It appears to be an encrypted data pad with some kind of data on it.
Keep it.
Alright.
Cool.
Yeah.
So we'll just give her the vials and leave it at that.
Okay. You do have a strange cyan-colored crystal as well.
Crystal we won't mention.
Okay.
That's taken.
So you just hand her the vials and tell her there's nothing else. Okay. Alright, she Yeah, she kind of just mulls this over. Like, you tell her the credits are destroyed. She's not too concerned about that, as the contract was to recover him and not necessarily the money. So she's gonna say, right, let's see here, 8,000 for bringing the target back alive, and I will authorize an additional 1,500 Imperial credits for these vials for the recovery. That brings us to a total of 9,500 Imperial credits for this transaction. I hope that's...
Don't you think 11,000 is a bit sparse?
What, are you going to try and negotiate?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a minute.
Let's go for a nice even number, shall we?
Go for 10,000. 10,000, all in
One way or the
advance.
A nice full number in one direction or the other.
Bruh.
Can you give me a minute? I'm just going to get some statistics.
I'm just gonna try to fix my audio.
Oof. Doodloo doo doo. Ah. Okay. I will assemble a dice pool. Aha, and roll a negotiation at your leisure. Punch in when ready.
Yeet.
Give you 1 blue. Oh!
Bruh.
Okay,
Success with
with a
despair.
disaster, yes. So she kind of mulls it over, like, and chats to you a bit, and kind of is like, yeah, I suppose it's been a fairly successful job. I can bump it up to 10,000, make it a nice even number. But then she kind of narrows her eyes and says, "Are you absolutely
Wait, I know you.
sure, sir, you did not find anything else of note?" And she kind of stares you right in the eyes, like, "You holding out on me?"
I have a mask on. Hooray. I'll just reply by saying, nothing we can recover.
Okay, you're gonna have to roll a deception once I get...
And because I
Is
have
it
plausible deniability...
Is it possible to aid this check by saying nothing I can think of and stuff like that?
Yeah, you can add a blue, or you can use a skilled assistance, where you basically both look at your stat and
I
skill.
will add a blue.
Okay.
I have plausible deniability, which removes 1 black die deception test.
That is very useful, actually,
Yeah.
in this situation. I'm just going to find what deceptions count.
Adding a blue then, Pasta.
Yeah.
So yeah, Pasta, you can assist. I'm just going to find out what deceptions posed by...
Is it vigilance?
I think it is vigilance, actually.
Right, who has the highest deception?
Oh no, perception. Ooh. Oh no, it's opposed by discipline. Oh.
Oh.
That is a strange one. Okay. Interesting.
Best hunt.
Give me a minute. Okay, punch and a deception check.
Here goes nothing. Oh, hell yeah.
Hey. Get 1 advantage as well. She kind of, after a moment, like, staring at you, staring into your fucking visor, of all things, just kind of leans back a bit and is like, very well. She still doesn't seem entirely convinced, but she's not going to press the matter for now, it seems. And she's like, very well, sir, hand over your credit chit.
I'll hand it over.
Okay, she puts it into a little machine on the desk. After a few minutes, or less than that, honestly, probably like 10 seconds, she then takes it out and slides it back over to you, and upon looking at it, you have 10,000 credits in your accounts. Just like,
Oh hell yeah!
pleasure doing
Hallelujah.
business with you,
I
sir.
believe that's my account though, actually.
Oof.
Bruh.
That's a good point, actually. Whose account are you putting this into?
I believe I'm the one who has the official bounty hunter contract.
That is
Plus-
true. She did make the contract in your name, actually, and the
Pasta
rest of
is
your
the
associates.
Pasta has the apprenticeship, so technically he gets paid by me.
Han, I guess, gets whatever the hell you want to give him. Wow.
Basically.
Boycott.
Don't worry. Let's see. There was me, Pasta, Han, and Rich, and Yeet. Yeah.
Yeah, Yeats was an associate as well.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So, okay. Okay. Good. Fair enough. 2,000 for Han and Yeats. 2,500 for Yuka. And I'll take 3,000 as the official bounty hunter. Is there a massive problem with this?
Let's see, 3,500. 2k for Yuka and 2k for past.
No.
Oh, 2k for
No.
both of them split.
No, 2,000. It's 10,000, yeah?
Yep.
So I'm gonna give 2,000 to Han.
Yep.
2,000 to G.
Okay.
2,500 to Yuka. And 3,000 for myself. And that should be 10,000 total, yeah? Or am I missing something? I think I'm missing something.
Let's see.
No.
4 grand, 5, 6, 7. There's 3 grand
Yeah, I'm missing
left.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm missing something. Sorry.
Yep.
I was thinking, well,
You're missing Yeet.
No, Yeet and Han, that's 4k, them together. Then 5, 6, 7. As Gren takes 3k, then there's 3k left over. If you're not counting Yuka.
okay. Now then I'm going to give
I mean, you could take another 500 and then give Yuka 2,500, so you'd have 3.5 grand. So you're still taking most.
unless there's other character a massive problem with that, then yeah, I think John will do that. Does that sound very unfair, or
No, that
about
sounds more than
reasonable
reasonable, to be
No,
honest.
it's fine.
Well, that's a fairly good payout for your associates.
unironically, it wouldn't be uncommon to give literally nothing.
Yeah, like you'd give them 500 if you're feeling generous, or 1,000.
I'll take 3,500 for myself. 2,500 for Yuka. 2,000 for Han and Yeet.
That's perfect.
So keep that in mind for when Ritualist gets there.
Yep, we'll do. I've put it in his sheet, so it should be good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. I'll roll Yeats his what do you call it? His destiny. There we go.
I'll roll mine as well.
Oh, you've done it. I've already done it for you, but
Okay, well then you can remove one dark point, I guess.
yeah, Yeet. Cool. There we go. Perfect. Right. I presume, unless there's any other business you have here, you're just gonna leave and go to the hospital.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Of course, Mr. Wick. We're always happy to see you. And she kind of gives you a fairly neutral smile and just looks over some papers.
Stick around, buddy. And he pokes him again. Before
He muffles even more, but eventually some guards come over to kind of take him away. Oh, and I fucking did
Take
that.
the table too.
Yeah, I'll take the whole room. There we go. Oh. There we go.
Take him away. Takes the room away.
downtown.
Now he's going to get probably the beatdown of his life. Or maybe not. You're not too sure.
Oh, they're not just gonna kill him on the spot. Oh, this is kind of a Shadowrun then.
hmm
Is Nalego just sitting behind a desk?
Where's the...
Lego.
Oh,
Lego
Lego's
just
there.
kind of. Yeah, the Lego
He's
just
also
kind
there.
of appears.
Wait,
Oh,
why am I
yes.
there? Why am I?
I mean, you're in the car.
The
Right.
Lego.
I'm not.
The
supposed
Lego
to
is
be
everywhere.
Yes.
there.
The Lego is everywhere and
Yeah,
nowhere
I'm
at
supposed to
once.
be on
Oof.
Lego is in my nightmares.
Unironically.
Okay.
Yeah, basically.
Unless you have objections, I will move you to hospital.
That's fine.
Okay. See how this goes. Aha! Deja vu.
Are we-
I have been in this place before.
This was before. Are we visiting the sick people?
No, you, Han, not Han actually, you, Pasta, and Jeet were injured, so you should probably get that looked at.
Right, I was injured.
Yes.
An entire 5 wounds.
Yes. So basically, staying for a whole day in a Bacta tank will heal you 4 wounds each. For a 24-hour period.
Plus medicine checks.
Plus, you will receive a resilience check to see if you can heal your critical injury. Do any of you have critical injuries? I know at least 1 or 2 of you do.
I have none.
Not yet.
I think you do, Jeet.
Ritualist is not here yet, or at least he is muted. And Devin.
He is, yeah.
So I think Ritualist does, to be fair to you, Jeet. Jeet? Not Jeet, Pasta, do you, sorry.
Yuka.
Nah.
You don't?
Not
Okay.
yet.
I will do his resiliency check to see if he can heal.
I'm here.
Okay. Right.
What did I miss?
You're in
you got-
hospital.
Yeah, we're
Always.
currently in after the explosions, and John
Oh, yeah.
John paid you 2,000. Paid you 2,000 for helping.
Ah, me. Okay.
Yeah, I've put it on your credits tab on your sheet. And also, you've healed all your wounds from spending a day in Bacta. Could you roll me a resilience check, Puncho and Ready, Ritualist, to see if you heal your critical injury? You do. You successfully heal. So you can go on crits and just remove the injury.
What was that?
If you go to the tab...
Yeah. I was just wondering which one.
Oh yeah, I think it's called Sun
found
Jolt
it.
or something.
Yeah.
We heal that. Do any of you else need to stay in the Bacta tank for longer to fully heal?
I mean, it was 4 wounds, yeah?
Yes, for 1 day.
Then I have 1 wound left.
To be fair, if you don't want to spend more money, you could just discharge yourself after 1 day and then heal the rest naturally.
Literally, he just, after spending a day in Bacta, even though the doctors say you should stay a bit longer, he says, I ain't paying you any more shit.
Okay,
It's just a scratch.
okay, Ritualist is fully healed, which is handy. Pasta, are you fully healed?
No, I'm still at 4 wounds.
So you've still got taken 4. Do you want to stay another day, or do you want to just hop out early?
Oh, by the way, Stu, do you calculate in the credits the 500 I took without other people looking?
No, so you can add that in if you want.
Yeah, I will put it.
You should have 2,500 roughly, I suppose.
Yeah. With those 650 I have from before,
Mm-hmm.
so that's 650, 500, 2,000, 3,150.
Nice. Good bit of change there.
Yeah.
Your accounts. Okay. Pasta, do you want to stay another day, or are you just charging yourself?
Provided nobody minds, I would stay another day. If possible.
Okay.
Leave him there.
You stay another day, Pasta, in the med tank, and altogether your medical bills for you as a group come to 1,200 credits.
I'll pay that.
Oh, that's very generous.
As it, I'll pay.
I do think that 1,000 credits is a bit much.
Well, it's 1,000.
Are you ever gonna
Okay,
stop
okay.
making that
Juka
joke?
can negotiate this one.
Oh no.
Juka's gonna go see it. Okay. He's gonna be like, hey, I was only in there another day.
Thing is, if I fail this, I still, if I get enough advantage, this could still come out for the better.
Charge him more just to fuck with him.
Oh, hold on a minute. I'm gonna have some fun with this.
You might have some appropriate talents for that, Rasta.
Rest in peace.
Not sure though.
Stu's
So
happy.
was that for all of us or for each of us? That 1,000.
It's for all of you, 1,200.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
But I agree, 800 sounds a bit much.
Okay, yeah, you can. One of you can try and make a negotiations check to downplay this a little bit.
Gentlemen, I can do it. Thing is, if I fuck up, we could probably try something else, and then I can help you. That's the thing.
Use the force.
Permission to click to negotiate.
Give me a minute.
Oof. Oh,
Okay,
no.
Pasta, punch in
Ooh,
negotiations.
Bruh.
Bruh. Okay, the doctor just kind of gives you an impassive stare and says, "It's the same cost as all others, sir. Please pay the fee."
Come on, man. Don't you want a death stick to just chill out?
Oh.
Don't need that, don't you know?
You know, the fact that he
Could
can
I-
chill out with death sticks is way more impressive than anything else.
Could I make a negotiations test to help Pasta out?
No.
Damn.
Uh,
Damn, son.
Look,
Tries to pay in dead sticks. Here,
Well,
they
I'm-
should.
I was hoping maybe I'd get some advantage out of this.
He did get a blue. You got a blue from Han, like being like, he's a cool guy, basically.
Yeah, he's amazing.
But no, the
And I
doctor's
would
just like,
prefer
no,
the
you gotta pay, son.
and he says, John says, and John will say, consider this a token of our hopefully long and prosperous relationship, I guess. I'll pay for him.
Oof.
Yep, the doctor, yeah, is like, cool, very good, and takes the payment. It's like, you know, have a nice day, you all, take it easy, and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be back.
And you are now outside.
Didn't go exactly as planned, but thank you all the same.
I just mean, like, offering someone drugs usually works on Tatooine. Especially doctors. Just
Oh, you're not on.
Yeet will grab Yuka's head, point, and start spinning it around so he can see all the scenery, the entire panorama. As this looks like Tatooine.
I'll just pat Yuka on the back and just say, better luck next time, kid.
Okay, I'll admit it. The sand is a bit too high.
And there is
Yeah,
only
that's
one
not
of
sand.
it.
That's not sand.
No, that's metal, Yuka.
Do you see water? We don't have water on the desert planet.
That's right, Yuka.
Not
You see
wrong.
water, you stop doing that sticks. Stupid hobo.
Yuka, by the way, look over there. You see those strange vehicles on there, on that flat surface right there. All of that is water.
Frowns.
But,
All of that is water.
okay. I'm just not used to this, okay? Not that
Feel the
I'm-
intervention. Feel the intervention
I
coming
thought
on
they would.
soon.
I thought they would help.
Oof.
Sure thing, kid. Give yourself whenever
Incidentally,
you want, yeah?
incidentally, which one of you is holding the crystal?
That would be probably whoever had it last. Who was that looted everything?
I think
Wasn't it
Pasta
Yuka
looted
and-
everything.
Yeah, it was Yuka and
Sorry, from last time we had that big crate we found and some data pads. What came of it?
You didn't hand that over. You only handed over all the vials.
most of the stuff in that we still have, including one vial that we're going to send to that we wanted you to analyze actually.
Okay. Do we
alongside
have?
the other doctors.
Oof.
And as for who's holding the crystal, I guess Yuka. I think because he was the one who was searching the chest.
Yep. Yuka, as you have a bit of moment of peace and quiet as you're walking down the street, your hand kind of momentarily is like searching through your pockets, like, shit, what have I got on me? And your hand brushes across the crystal.
What?
You feel a slight cool warmth, and you feel very calm for a moment as you hold on to the crystal.
Yeah, this is some wacky death sticks.
Your boy Master Stu.
Yes.
May I please use a destiny point to use sense power?
Yes.
All right. Now we'll do the force roll.
Yep. Oof.
May I please use another light side point because we have so fucking many,
Yes.
and take one strain and one conflict to sense stuff.
Okay, yep. You can use your Jedi powers for good.
Do I sense something strange around me?
Yes. You sense the thing that's in Yuka's pocket has a strong connection to the Force. You believe it may be some kind of Force-attuned crystal.
You'll see John just kind of stop for a moment, look behind him towards Yuka and say, "Hey, you got something?"
Juka's gonna take out the crystal and say, "Well, it's probably nothing special. I just really noticed the death sticks, probably not the best material."
And he kind of holds his hand. He kind of looks to it for a second and holds his hand down this and goes, "I have it." For a moment.
Sure. And Juke's just gonna toss him it like he doesn't know or care quite too much what it is. He just tosses it to John.
I'll catch it. Do I have to
You
make a roll for that?
catch it very, well. Like, it almost flows into your hand, like, flies into your hand perfectly, to your grasp. And it's almost like an icy blue colored crystal. It's kind of nice to look at, and as you grasp it, you feel a strange and immediate sense of cool warmth, like perfect temperature. And
Can I
you
do
feel
some kinda-
you feel very, very calm for a moment as you're holding it.
Can I do some kind of knowledge roll?
Yes. Let's do a roll. Let's do a lore roll, I'd say.
Okay.
See if you can divine something.
I shall use ebb and flow for this.
Boy.
So, lore. That'll be. Wait. Lore's showing up. God damn it! I can make a lore. I can make a fucking. God damn it. One moment.
Could
It
make
seems-
a fucking goddamn, couldn't you?
Bruh.
Bruh. Why you gotta do me like this? Oof. Wait, that's four. Why is it two? Disregard the last force die, because that's the one. That's because I haven't set the original one to 0. That is 2 advantages.
Hey.
From the light side force points.
Okay. You don't divine exactly what it is, but you do feel it's definitely got a strong connection to the Force. Like, you haven't seen many crystals like this before, but you have heard tales that they are crystals attuned to the Force in mysterious ways. So you can find them on remote worlds usually. It's kind of strange that this one came to be here. You don't really divine much of what purpose is, but it's definitely something to think about.
Oh yeah, it's one of the. I heard about one of these. It causes kind of like a weird kind of common sensation when you hold them. Don't really know what it's about. Doesn't do much. It just kind of makes you calm down a bit. Do you mind if I take it?
Yeah, maybe does Yeet sees what they're doing?
Well, you're all kind of just walking down the street, so you can kind of see what they're doing somewhat.
Duca is kind of gonna just regard it for like a moment, like look around it, and then just he like reluctantly says, "Yes, you can take it." But he's in his head. He's still wondering, could I grind that and try to snort it?
The dankest high.
It ain't crystal meth, goddamn.
That comes later.
Well, yes.
We haven't started cooking yet. I think Jeet probably could do some kind of checking he wants to. I mean, we're just walking,
Yeah.
literally.
G, you can also make a lore check if you want to have a look at it.
Lore. Oh.
Hey.
Hey!
Okay, yeah, Jeet, you peer into the crystal and you also feel a strange calming sensation as you kind of hold on to it. However, your mind kind of is almost like, what? Why? Why is it doing this? And you suffer 3 strain as you look into it too deeply, but you do glean something from it. You've read that these are strange crystals that the Force users of old liked to covet as they helped to attune their mystical powers. You think it's probably bullshit, but that is what you've read at least.
It will be like, it does feel too, but
It feels weird and tingly, yeah.
No other effects. The hobo found it must be shit. You do it.
But it's not exactly unpleasant. It just feels really alien and strange as you hold it.
I should also point out that it has a force rating of 1.
Yes. Yes,
So-
he does.
Yeet does have a... So Yeet has a force rating.
He does. Well,
1 is
technically
everybody
everyone does, sort of.
No.
I hear the bare minimum.
Yeah, no, this isn't the in-game force rating. This is
I
the
see,
bullshit
I
you
see.
rolled at the start character creation. Yeah, it's like force potential, basically, rating. Like,
I have force...
his readings are
I
off the
remember
chart. Over 20,000, like that kind of shit.
that. I see now. That kind of bullshit power levels. I love it.
Yeah, no, that was a Nuka's suggestion. I thought was quite a fun idea, so I'll let them all roll their potential force rating.
What was Yuka's again? Was it pretty high?
Yuka's was a perfect 10,
Holy shit, yeah.
so he's protagonist
Hey.
boy.
So was Bill's.
Yeah, hilariously enough, yeah, 'cause he's a living droid.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
droid that
that's,
smokes death sticks.
And has somehow inspired Yuka to do so, thus continuously lowering his force potential to 5
But Jeet rolled
Unless-
1, so he's kind of like anti-force gang.
Unless, of course, Duca's force rating on Death Sticks is 10. Nah.
Here you go, boys.
Ah, wonderful.
First start with you.
Hey.
It's
So there's a death sticks. Oh, that's nice.
That doctor
It's
kind of
no
looks like a
problem.
dude from Midlife Crisis.
Alright, so what are we doing?
Give me a minute. I'm just gonna put the art up. Basically, Han, you what do you call it? As you're walking down the street singing, you know, as the song goes, you
Ocean man, taking my
you see a chime on your datapad, and a voice says, "You've got mail."
Oh god, does these things have fucking Clippy as well? Your spelling seems to be wrong here. Would you like some help with that? Whoops! Seems you made a mistake. Made a mistake going to this website. That's a bad thing to do.
12 apps have been updated. I shall discreetly open it.
Okay.
Because curiosity is what killed the cat.
Yeah, it appears to be from. Let's get her name up again, because I forget. Selena Varuna. And it's a somewhat, you know, it goes on for a bit, but basically it says, you know, she was lovely meeting you and your, you know, fellows, and she would love to invite you all to a dinner tonight.
Is this the blue sofa bitch?
Yes.
AKA, hey, I really want your DCU tonight, kid.
And she's like, you know, please respond to your earliest convenience, and, you know, I'll put on a grand feast.
I'll just give her the generic reply with the general formalities of, yo, I'll be there.
Yeah, boss.
And,
Don't forget to include emojis in that. A cucumber and three split signs, which is like cucumbers in their messages.
But do not include a winky face because that's so old-fashioned.
Oof.
Oof.
By the way, Skog, are you there? I
Yeah, 'cause
require
there's traffic.
technical help. I can't find the sources page on Streamlabs OBS.
I've never used Streamlabs OBS. I believe it's on the bottom left side though.
Because that's the scenes, but I can't find the sources. Because what's happened
It'll
is
be the next box across.
Because I've gotten that's where it would be normally, but what it's
What
done
are you
is
looking
it's
for,
put.
Stu?
Let's have a look.
There should be a little plus or minus. You hit the plus, and then it will give you what you need to select if you're going to do like an internet browser. So like for the navigation bar.
Oh yeah,
you
no,
go to
I've got all
browse-
that.
you'll browse
Sources
first.
should be the middle box.
See, at the
Yeah.
minute, the middle box is Mixer, and then off to the right is the preview.
Huh.
Oh wait, no, I fixed it. You go to the sources tab, the studio tab. Okay.
Yeah.
This is like the advanced version of OBS, so yeah. But
That's,
Yeah, I
that's the
don't like
version
it.
it has
I
got a
use
cleaner
it. I
UI, which
prefer
I
it.
like though.
I prefer the Streamlabs OBS.
Yeah, it's got a nice clean UI. Anyway, sorry, I'm just putting Ritualist Art Show up.
The Ritualist Art Show.
If we have no other plans for the moment after this, you could try to seek out a merchant after
Merchant?
we finish this. Yes.
What kind of merchant?
Not that kind of
Is it a
A
happy
very-
merchant?
arms merchant.
Ah.
A very happy merchant.
Yeah, that is definitely possible.
Ow.
I don't know why Ritualist Art isn't showing up on the stream.
Maybe it needs a moment.
Quite possibly.
I just let it roll for a few minutes and then.
Yeah, well, it's not even
Let's see.
rolling. That's the problem I've got here.
Let's continue the game and see how.
Yeah, we'll come back. If not, I will show all the R at the end, so if it doesn't work, it's fine. But yeah. So Yuka, you want to find an arms dealer?
Yeah.
You want to find a legal arms dealer or an illegal arms dealer?
Depends. What would Gungan arms go under?
Gungan arms?
Yes.
Put it this
we
way.
Have to.
You would more than likely have to find the Gungans themselves.
Do we have to?
Dude.
Misa selling firearms. Misa He's a
Unfortunately,
real
Duke
Sith.
really wants to seek out the Gungans. Yes.
Well, you could definitely consider this pasta. I will say, like, out of character, you probably won't be able to find time tonight to do it, but I could definitely put that on the list of things you want to be doing.
Understand.
Yeah. Like,
I'll have
I'll
it
tell you what you
down.
could do. You can make a streetwise check to see if you hear any murmurings of how you could acquire Gungan weapons. That's what we'll do.
Sure.
Roll a streetwise check. Yeah, you ask around like, yo, Gungan weapons, where are they? And a lot of the Nabooians, you get very mixed response. Some of them are just like, I don't know, man, the Gungans, they live under the water, they don't come up much now. And they give you this, like, knowing look, like, don't ask more, they just don't come up these days.
I kind of forgot to.
Some of them are like, fuck off, no Gungans here.
I kind of forgot to apply something there, but that would make a difference.
Oh yeah, because you've got all your bounty hunting shit, I forgot about that, all those epic talents that you never use.
What is the name of the blue sofa bitch again?
Selena Varuna.
Well, that would just take away the threat. That's the thing. Still want to succeed.
Okay. Do you guys want to do anything before you have your dinner tonight? If you're accepting the invite.
I mean, not really. I was planning on looking. I was honestly just planning on looking into how much cybernetics go for these days.
I mean, you could definitely make some inquiries before dinner, yeah.
Yit will just stand at the lake of the river and sing the song of his people. Let's see, what would be a singing girl to just like, beautiful girl walked down the street, I saw her ass and she sent me a wink. Something like that.
Oof.
Would that be Utini, the song of the people?
Yes. You sing it loudly and proudly, and some people give you funny looks, most just try and politely ignore you. Yuka abuses some death sticks.
Hold on. I have
very
I have one.
With the force as well. Your sigh becomes more audible with the force.
The amount of successes is fucking off the fucking chart.
Put it this way, my visor doesn't naturally glow.
Yeah, Pasta, you can definitely make inquiries later if you want to get Gungan stuff later on. You want to acquire cybernetics, John? Well, luckily for you, the clinic you were at did offer cybernetics.
Whoa. Nice.
What kind of cybernetic were you looking for?
See, that far I have not thought.
Okay. But no, either the local clinics can offer some basic prosthetics, or if you speak to the certain corporations, they can offer them for you, like custom made.
Cybernetic. No, my body's good enough. Very firm from all the squats.
Nice.
I think probably just some probably something to my eyes, honestly.
Ooh.
Because modifications to vision and the five senses would be very useful.
Are you thinking of something biochemical or fully mechanical?
Whatever's most effective.
Okay. I
That
presume.
can be. I'm not actually thinking of going through any kind of surgery right now, but just looking into what is available,
Okay.
basically.
I'll have a look for you. See what I can find. Do-do. Cybernetics. An appraiser's eye, that's one.
Oh, is that
This-
like Jew eyes?
Yes. This cybernetic eye or retinal implant involves a number of sensors to allow an estimation of value of whatever is being sold or bought. You gain automatic advantage on negotiation and streetwise checks to buy or sell items. That's hilarious, and it's pretty cheap.
Guys.
Alright guys, we're all getting them.
Boy, they.
Did somebody say discount?
How much does it cost?
700 credits, and it's rarity 7, so...
700.
Yeah, it's
Only that much.
Okay, here's a thing that's more to John's liking. A
Mhm.
Q22 retinal scanner. This suite of microsensors implanted into the eye links to a tracking computer, allowing for slightly better shots to be achieved by the user. This adds one
Very nice.
automatic advantage result to gunnery and ranged heavy checks.
Yeah, is there something for something for charming people?
So, sorry, what was that thing that gave an advantage to gunnery and
Q22
range?
retina scanner.
Ah,
There's
How much
also a
does that
retinal
cost?
implant.
Like, what? 1,000? 500?
The Q22 is 2,500. It's a bit
Okay, that's a bit more
expensive,
expensive.
yeah.
wait a second. Wait a second. I think I might have just enough for that.
Oof.
Let him
Well,
check his
anyway.
pocketbook.
Let's not turn this into a shopping episode.
Just yet.
I was just going to look into what cybernetics were available.
But yeah, from my list here, yeah, there are a bunch of things you can get for the eyes. Like, put it that way.
Hell yeah.
The eyes are a popular thing
Okay.
to mod.
Beyond that, no, I don't have anything else actually.
What I'll do is I'll put the link in the chat, and then you guys can have a little look. Because we'll have to do a separate little, probably a downtime thing where you get cybernetics.
I mean, yeah, we're going to the dinner tonight, yeah?
Yes.
Right. John will go and buy a new suit.
Tactical
speak-
line.
Speaking of attire, Duke will also try to buy something.
Oh, okay. Is Yuka buying a suit?
No. Well, depends on what you mean by suit.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay.
But go on first.
Okay, what are you looking to buy, Yuka?
Laminate armor.
Oh, you want to buy armor? Ooh, okay. Laminate armor.
Now, considering that's basically what I got on the stormtroopers, that
I'm gonna check if
What
it's
was the other
restricted or not, 'cause I don't know if it is.
then again,
Armor.
2K is really in the market for the stormtrooper wear.
Yeah, that's true.
Why do you want to dress up as a stormtrooper?
It's a bit expensive.
He's a fanboy.
It's
He has this-
2,500. It's not restricted, which is good.
He cannot be a stormtrooper. He's too tall.
when you get that
I
done.
should put out that everybody is too tall for Jeet.
I was kind of, yeah.
Now I'm just imagining like Jawa stormtroopers. Oh no.
Okay. Do you actually want to try and buy one?
Sorry, what?
Do you actually want to try and buy laminate armor?
Yes.
Okay. Make me. Let me just get the pool up. A negotiations roll to find a happy merchant to sell you armor. It's a military gear.
Oi, Goyim, do you want this armor? Oi, Goyim, do you want this armor? Only 900? What do you say for a good price of 1,000 or maybe 1,200?
Here you go. Han, this artwork is for you.
Is that only to find him or to also negotiate?
That's to find him.
If I fail, could I get assistance?
Do you want someone to help you find the happy merchant?
Preferably.
I'll add a blue if someone wants to help.
Yeah, I'll help out.
Otherwise, I was thinking probably try a fate point. I mean, yeah, force point.
Destiny.
Want to use the destiny point?
You know what? Why not? This is very important for Juka.
Okay, hit the light side point.
Nobody minds.
We have quite a few left, I believe, so.
Okay. Whenever it's clear.
Hit the negotiations when you're ready. And also hit the light side button.
Oh.
No, you don't find anywhere offhand that would sell you some armor, but you think you've got some leads you could follow up. And basically you spend most of the morning and a bit of the afternoon searching around for a shop to sell military wear, but you kind of get a bit lost and can't quite figure out where to go.
Anyone trying to do anything social after this? Or trying to find
Well, Yeti will just go with John and buy a nice suit. I assume we don't have to roll for this, we just need to...
No, you can literally find
Find a
nice.
good
There's
shop.
plenty of fancy shops to buy nice attire, actually. It's Naboo after all. It's a rich
I'll
place.
just make sure that my uniform is in pristine condition.
Well, you are a veteran. Your uniform is your fancy clothes.
Exactly. That's why I'm making sure it's pristine.
In that case, Juka will just slump his head and walk after him.
Oof.
It will look at the Lego man. Okay, how the fuck are we going to make that look fancy for the dinner?
Don't you think it looks really, really fancy?
I know. I know someone who might be able to help.
We could give him a fancy wig.
Now I would like to roll Underworld with ebb and flow. Stu.
In that case, I shall aid you. With
All right.
my good cop.
Punch it in when you're ready.
Wait. I'm applying good cop. Since I got 2 advantage.
Okay, remind me what good cop does again.
May spend advantage X2 from a charm or negotiation check to upgrade ability of a single ally's subsequent social interaction.
Okay,
checks.
But
this.
it's not a social interaction.
Yeah, like when you actually get there, it might help though.
Yeah, fuck. That's true. That's a knowledge check.
Yep. Punch in the knowledge underworld when ready.
Right. Can I get a blue though, since he also has Underworld?
Yes, I've added in a blue.
I'll help you out.
Oof.
Yeah, I can't do much about that, Chief.
No. You don't manage to find the certain Italian tailor from John Wick, but you do find some nice places, but they're not affiliated with the underworld.
Well,
Can I see how he does well with streetwise or something?
What are you trying to find?
Just a good suit.
Just a good suit?
I mean, just a good shop.
Just a good shop. Okay, punch it in. Well, yeah, you find a very good shop. It's pretty
Right.
easy, so there you go.
Reed finds the best shops.
Yeah, you find one of the best shops in the city in Theed.
Yeah, just tell me how much does a good suit cost.
Do you want it? Are you just buying like a pre-made one, or are you getting one like tailor-made for you?
Well, if you're going for dinner tonight, I suspect it's hard to be tailor-made.
That's true. Yes.
Depends on how
Yeah.
good they are.
Well,
And again,
if-
that'll probably be a bit more expensive.
Unless they have like sewing droid that can like measure you, sew you.
I mean, they
so-
probably do. It's fancy.
If
place.
they can do that just tell me the difference in prices if you have it at hand.
It would basically be 2 to 3 times as much as a normal suit.
Yeah. What is the normal price?
100 credits, so it would be between 200 to 300 credits for a fancy custom suit.
Yeah. It will try to persuade. Come on, boss. I'm small. You'll save on me. Let's make it 200. Just like do how they say it. What's for negotiation?
Yep, roll negotiation.
If not already applied, I apply good cop.
Okay, give me a minute. I'll see if I can apply another.
Nah, fail. It's a fail.
Yeah, he kind of just shrugs and is like, "It's the same service, buddy. Afraid, regardless of the content."
So, 300.
Yeah, 300 credits for the suit.
I have deduced, and I'll add fancy suit too.
You have a nice, fancy, custom tailor suit. Yep.
How much for a normal person?
Same price.
Okay, then. Fair enough.
So you can either negotiate for a better price on a fancy suit or whatever.
Don't really care.
So yeah, it's 300 credits for you for fancy suit.
Mm-hmm. That'll be fancy suit.
You might want to put like civilian suit because you already have a sort of combat suit.
Alright. As for this boy here, could you do a fresher?
He looks him over and is like, I could certainly try, sir. Just like, come here, sir. And he measures Yuka up and is like, yeah, I could make him something. It'll only cost about 200, so nothing too fancy.
Oh,
Bit of a fresh up, and something that fits him.
Indeed. I would also recommend, sir, you go see a hairdressers or barbers.
Of course.
I'll see a hard. I'll see a barber when cold and dead. Thank you.
You just kind of see John smile and say, "Well, if you don't see a barber, that might happen." Well,
I
now
won't
boom, my
see
friend.
him past the hair. Thank you.
Okay.
Oof.
Yep, it's 200 credits pasta for a fancy custom suit for you.
Hobo refusing to stop being a hobo.
It's like that one naked dude that tried to walk through the entirety of the UK.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
sure.
The hobo reluctantly hands him 200 credits.
Okay. He's like, thanks, sir, and he whizzes one up with the help of the droids and gives it to you.
What is this planet?
It's called civilization.
I hate it.
Fair enough.
Bruh.
I'm an edgy Western Outer Worlds man.
Here, what we do, the Lego man. This is fucking horrifying.
No!
No, man.
Yes.
That looks amazing.
That is beautiful.
No. I am terrified. Legitimately.
To be fair, it doesn't have to fit him perfectly because he's a droid, so he just chucks in that one for free, I guess.
Just use fucking leftovers.
He just gets leftover materials, yeah, and just makes that. He's like, whatever, here, have this. For a
Wait,
droid."
Here, whatever.
wait, Ash. What about Ash? Where's Ash frilly dress? Come
Yeah,
on.
Ash needs a fancy dress.
Ash,
Ash,
Ash.
are you there?
Oh no.
You need a frilly dress.
Pick a
No.
color. Pick a color.
Probably. I don't know, something like forest green. She's not gonna ask for something frilly. She'd probably want something like tight fitted.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh. How about frilly near the bottom, but tight fitted near the waist? There you go.
Yeah.
Let's see.
She's just kind of like upset because she's like, I really don't want to go to this, but if I'm being forced, I guess why not?
That's fine. You doesn't want to either. Oh fuck! This is just the parents. This is just the parents dragging their punk kids to a fancy restaurant.
Hey, I don't mind going.
Come on, kids, we're gonna have a nice time out. Just go along with it. It'll be fine.
Is our... To be
We'll
fair,
go-
did
we'll go
anyone
for
check
me.
if our kind is even invited to this party? She
Well-
might just want the acceptable people.
No, the email was like, fucking, bring your friends along, absolutely. She even said that in person last time.
You don't get to use the race card to avoid a formal setting.
Hey,
But the race
I-
card is all I have.
That's where you're
Can I
wrong,
use
kid.
the slave card to get me out of this?
Come
Cool.
on, kids. We'll go to McDonald's after this. Just follow along.
okay, but you promised me we'd go to a drug den.
Sure, we'll go to a bar afterwards. Whatever.
Okay.
The merchant, he's so happy by your patronage of all these people wanting a fancy suit, he chucks yours in for a discount as well of 200 credits.
Assuming you're a slave.
Yep.
Well, since we're going to the party, they better have moonshine.
It's gonna be alcohol.
We
Okay,
need it. Does Chunky need a new suit? Because Chunky's technically already wearing kind
Chunky
of a
is
suit.
fancy enough.
Yeah.
I know what he gets. I know what he gets. A bow tie.
Shonky brings his most fancy suit.
Oh god, he's gonna look like a male Wookiee stripper at this point with the boats.
He's gonna bring his
Oh, no.
fancy instead of a top hat, instead of a bowler, he'll have like a top hat, like a fancier top hat with a feather.
Feather in it, yes.
He'll just have one of those really extravagant Renaissance hats.
Oh, I was expecting more. You have Disco Shonky.
Maybe even like maybe
Scoot.
even like curl his hair a little bit.
Oh no. This is distressing.
Oh, your body is
This
He
is
just
sex.
looks like a
This is a sex in the city episode.
It kind of
he
is.
just looks like a fluffy poodle when they're
Including the
done.
fact that you all wanted cyber wearing
Yeah.
Gungan weapons.
John Wick. John Wick goes to a party.
Oof. Yeah, Chunky, they can fancy you up for no cost as well for some free shit they have lying around.
Bruh.
Because he kind of doesn't know what to do, like, with Nala, so he's just like, whatever, here's some bits, I guess.
Wook is like in the hair salon, and the entire salon is fucking working on him.
Oh.
Pretty sure that at this point Nellis's character has a higher fear rating than Darth Vader.
Probably.
He's
I'm
beyond.
He is beyond the fair. He is beyond a fair rating. At this point, he's just fair itself.
Yeah. You just see him. You don't even roll. You just fail.
Alright.
just like in life.
So what you guys want to do?
Right.
Anything else? You all have been tarted up somewhat.
No, I think we spent enough time.
I guess on the way to the Thoughts house.
Yep.
Yes.
We're going to a thought festival.
Oh no.
Right.
So make sure to look your thoughtiest.
Yeah, I'm not gonna stand around a lot.
Remember, folks, this is just business.
Mhm.
Yeah, business. I'm sure you'll be all up in her business by the end of the night.
Dab.
Master One.
As long
As it aids in negotiations.
as long as it's a deal between two consenting adults, it's entirely fine by me.
Okay. I need some lounge music. Give me a minute.
It's like, wait, you have to consent to that? I thought they just gave you money for that. I've been
Well,
doing it
that's-
wrong the whole time.
That's full consent.
At which point John Wick says, "Excuse me."
Okay, I think Skog is bringing up the new track.
Hello, Fred Boat.
Oh yeah. Why is Fredbo not negotiating with us?
He's on strike again.
I used the wrong code. Oops. Ignore that one.
Are you not paying him enough again?
Well,
So
That
you
was
can
the
try to
joke
put-
track I had queued up from earlier that apparently I just decided to post now.
I'm just
I
saying,
might
will
be
this
a bit
work as
awake.
lounge music?
It won't.
Okay.
Well, for the full lounge, I guess. Is it even playing?
No.
Yeah, nothing.
Cool. I'm gonna. There we go.
I don't know what the hell
Rhythm is
this
playing.
is.
Hey, Stu, you can put try to put artwork maybe while he set up the music.
Yeah, I'll
About 25% volume is good.
I will share this with the peoples. Hold on a minute. I'm gonna have to do the bootleg way and just kind of like put it on my tabs. Give me a minute while I open them all. Because unfortunately, I need to figure out how to do the side scroll screen, the art side slideshow thing again on this new OBS. Give me 1 moment.
Wait.
Just gonna turn that down a bit. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just gonna transition you to
Looks beautiful.
Woo!
Alright,
I would
we'll transition you now to the Thought Estate.
oh no.
You, to get there, you have to hop onto the lovely, aquatic boats, aquatic craft that can, traverse the lakes and streams and rivers of Naboo.
Those are very fancy words to say, Rowboat.
Yes, those are the only realistic assets I could find. So, imagine they are sci-fi rowboats.
Is it just
Yes, crossing the
is it
waters.
just sitting in Cinder's lap?
Well, that's the thing. I don't think there's. You might just be able to squeeze in because it's he's tiny, so
Distress.
he can sit in that boat.
Everyone's sitting on Chonky's lap. And then Han's on the other side of the canoe, just judging all of us.
Yes. I mean, you feel bad for Han. He gets Nolus like in the boat with him to add to his intimidation.
I apologize profusely for your circumstances.
The company therapist is a friendly man. His intentions kind.
Actually, here's what we'll do. We'll make this more retarded.
Here we have Ash in the yellow dress.
I love this too much, the Roll20, like where you can just move icons. I blame the IKEA episode for this.
Are we going to be moving furniture in the night?
Varun asks you, like, oh, can you help me move my furniture?
Mr. Solocoster, our only hope. We need to move to a different location.
Oh, lovely. Is that the barber's? Yeet. And the dress. Okay, give me a minute. I will share this for lovely folks at home.
Poor Cinder looks so upset.
Trunky getting a perm in the background.
Aye. Okay, so yeah, you swim on your lovely aquatic craft around the waters. You eventually reach the Thaw estate, or the Varuna estate, I should say. And there are many private security working for the family sitting by the waterside. They recognize you and wave you through, and a couple of them kind of come down to sort of help guide your boats in and tether them up. You may all now disembark as you will.
No switch.
Oh, I know.
Okay, John. If they have good enough alcohol in this place, I might keep up Death 6 for tonight.
In other words, it smells like potential customers.
I'm just saying, they better have good enough alcohol.
It smells like
You did put the Death 6 at home. You did put the Death 6 at home like I wanted you to.
They what?
Don't take them out of the bag.
Let's just hope they have some good alcohol.
Oh god. Captain's just put, can you feel the Cosby tonight? Yes.
Keep that moving about. I'm gonna give him my pudding pop.
Alright. Basically, you're escorted onto the patio out front, viewing the lovely Lake District. Where all the thought houses be at, you know.
Yeah.
You notice some nobles off to your left, who are somewhat guests at the estate. They look you over and, well, everybody roll a charm test.
What?
Ah, I see.
See how
I
fancy
should
you are.
use.
Do we get bonuses for fancy clothes?
Yeah, you get 2 blue. Fancy
I
clothes.
shall use ebb and flow.
I use the force to make myself charm.
Stu, can you roll my charm check for me, please?
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the cannon driving, so I'd be concerned.
Yeah.
That is
Fucking did it!
No, you see, I don't have the second upgrade yet, so that is just a neutral.
Oh, two failures. I'm the worst of the kind.
I'm just impressed that it was even a success with Juka.
Like,
Ah.
I got
Han is killing it here.
right.
Well, how
So,
the fuck-
Stu,
Yeah?
each force point is an advantage.
So you just roll snake eyes. Okay, and then nothing happens. Right. They look at you, John, and they're like, he's trying, I guess, you know, like...
I've seen better.
Yeah, kind of. Like, not horrible, not bad, just... Yeah.
Good.
Yep.
The last thing I want to do is impress nobles.
Nulla, they're kind of like, huh, the droid dressed up.
Weird flex, but okay.
Yeah. Yuka, they're like, impressive, considering how much the way he looked like before. Like they can tell he's not used to this, and he's quite a bit scruffy, but he's like tried to get himself cleaned up. So well, he tried. You know, it's not bad. G, they're kind of like, whoa, what is this?
The fuck
A
is this?
Jawa
shit?
in a suit? What?
Look at this dude.
Why did he bother? Cinder, they're like, oh wow, she is rather nice for a Xeno.
They can see that it's just it's that area where there's just about to be a nip slip, but it never comes.
It's just the assets that they're mesmerized.
Yeah, they're kind of like, damn, she exotic looking, yo. That's kind of their thing.
Woo! Basically.
Yep. Han Solo cost, they're all like, damn, son! It's like,
Look at that boy.
that is so much swag, yo.
Look at this thick boy.
It fits him perfectly.
Bruh.
Chunky, they're like, what the fuck? It's a walking carpet in a suit.
Man, who brought that
Oh.
fucking eh?
Yit will come to Chunky and say, fucking humans.
Fucking nice. Alright. The more impressive, well, the more people you do have to impress, though, is Lady Varuna, who walks out after a few minutes being told your arrival and is like, hello, Mr. Solokos. So good to see you and your friends. Welcome, welcome. Did you have a pleasant trip?
Absolutely, man.
Very good, very
Absolutely.
good. Come through. The dinner is almost ready.
Ah, wonderful.
She says, please excuse my guests. I've been trying to get rid of them all day, but they keep hanging around wanting to speak to me about stuff, but I cannot be bothered, to be quite frank with you. They are rather boorish fellows. Not exciting like you chaps.
I'll just give those guests a disgusted look.
Degenerates like you belong.
Can Yit attempt to sneakily send a wink to the woman that's looking at it?
Yes.
Just like, hey, bitch. What's
Okay.
that? Is that deception or?
Make a charm, I'll say.
No, it's supposed to be hidden, invisible. Not supposed to be
Okay, make
charming.
deception, yeah, actually. Let's try that.
Hey, a bitch, yeah, no, I'm fine, I'm fly as fuck.
Okay, she kind of just raises an eyebrow and is like, and just kind of snorts off and looks. Not like pissed off, but just kind of, why?
Yeah, bitch, you know I'm fly as fuck.
Yeah, that's kind of the impression.
Meanwhile,
Okay.
Duke is trying to lift this droid.
What? What are you trying to do?
Why are you trying to lift the trash can?
Yes?
Okay, make me an athletics roll
You fucking...
to lift the droid. To lift the
Oh my
asteroid droid.
god.
Okay, you start to
I-
pick
I
him
wa-
up, and then he squeals loudly in electronic beat boops, and then
You fucking help, man.
I
And
want
then
to slap him on the head just to like stop the shit.
yeah, like you managed to pick up a little bit, but then you realize, oh shit, I didn't do my fucking manual handling
Stretching.
course. I didn't know how to do it properly.
I just realized Pasta's character has the personality of Caldor Drago from TTS.
Unironically.
Owie. Okay, yeah, you. A little man slaps you in the back, like skate stop, and the droid
After this shit.
eats away.
Owie.
He looks very distressed. If a droid could look distressed.
Poor droid.
It's like you tried to pick up a doggo that didn't want to be picked up.
Aw.
Come on now. We're joining. Come on now, we're joining the party. And they
I
open
just
the
want a
doors.
little friend.
Why are you... It's a droid, man. We have two.
Yeah, but we don't have a small one.
Then buy one.
Okay, we have him though.
He's not. Would you think
I will
he's
slap you
going?
as soon as we are out.
We have a therapist.
And he runs to share.
Wow.
Just a bunch of children.
I think I will rename Yeet's club to officially be called the therapist.
Oh. Just
I think.
and we're at dinner.
Just call it CBT. Cognitive Behavioral Therapy. Anyways.
Right. You all take your seats. The waiters start bringing you over your shit to eat.
Oh yes, the smuggest waiters.
React subject thingy.
Indeed.
We need to turn rhythm up slightly. It's lowered itself a bit.
Ah, so this is what classic music sounds like in the
Star Wars.
in like 6 million BC. BCE.
Bruh.
Oh yeah, because it's a long time ago. Galaxy far, far away.
Yes.
Protocol droid pours you some drinks with its steady mechanical hands. You will start eating and drinking and so
eating?
forth. You get poured very fine wine and some Carillion whiskey if you wish it. So Yuka gets handed some Carillion whiskey.
Good.
It's good shit.
My tooth can take some
The
whiskey.
best you've had in a while. And eventually Varuna starts to talk and says, "Oh, I hope you're all enjoying your meals, my friends."
Oh, absolutely.
Very good. Now, Mr.
Delightful.
Solikost, I must confess, I didn't quite bring you here entirely for pleasantries, although there's certainly time for that, but I have a proposition for you and your fellows. I was wondering if you'd be able to do a, I suppose, crude, this is to say, a job for me.
I'm listening.
Very good, very good. I'm glad to see that. It is a recovery job, I suppose you could call it, of an individual that's very dear to me, despite her behavior at times. It is my foster sister, you could call her. She's a lost scion of a fallen house, last of her line. I long ago decided to take her in, and well, over the years she hasn't regarded my she hasn't always regarded my affections very well, got rebellious. I wasn't one for raising kids, really, to be honest.
This is a very fancy way to say I took in a bitch.
Yes.
How does your sister looks like?
Oh, I can show you a photo of us.
Mad.
She kind of
Immediately.
smiles. She smiles at Yeet and is like, "Very well, sir. I'll show you a little hololith of her."
Without hesitation, goes for the pussy.
I just realized, despite just Yeet's face only having two visible eyes, it just exemplifies smug.
That's her.
Right. Straight for the puss.
Deep down inside, without saying anything, Yeet will just to himself.
Right. Yeah, so she carries on and says, "Well, as you can see, sir, she's quite a pretty young thing, and, well, I fear she has gone off adventuring. She disappeared a few weeks ago, and I have an idea where she might be at, but I require someone to recover her discreetly, you understand, without much fuss."
I see.
Oh, it would be terrible if some unscrupulous people would get their hands on her.
Indeed,
Such a-
indeed, that is my concern, precisely.
As the moment that is said, John looks up and goes, "Huh?"
Sender kind of grins condescendingly, like a girl like her could sell very high on the slave market. Just saying.
Okay. Okay, Varuna kind of looks over to you and kind of like, is like, oh dear, I wouldn't want that, of course. Wait, are you sure she would sell for that much?
Yes. Yes, indeed.
He'd just interject and say, sadly, ma'am, I think so. Yeah, Galaxy is a horrible.
She frowns and says, no, of course not, I'm not asking you to do
I'm
that.
sure she's a smart girl.
So it's a rescue mission, also some such thing, so to speak.
Yes, sir, but I must preface, this may be a little unsavory, but I feel like you gentlemen are used to a bit of unsavory work, if I've judged you right. Take her back regardless of her objections. You understand?
Understood.
It's for her own safety, I'm afraid.
Of course.
She can't be out there without proper protection. Now,
It will just start writing down order for a lot of duct tape and body bags.
I would have had this done earlier, but I do not trust some of the people within my own family, and also what little remains of them, and also I can't go myself. My guards here strongly object to it. And she kind of nods to the two robed figures that have been standing beside her, standing motionless as this meal's been going on.
Very well.
Also, you are off-worlders, gentlemen and lady, so I feel like you are not connected to this place so much, so you can be discreet at least.
Certainly.
Very good.
Sure you want to fuck more with the underworld?
Are you prepared to accept this job, Mr. Solokost?
Why, yes, of course.
I would be very grateful. And she kind of gives you a smile and a wink. And she says, good, I'm glad to hear that. You may all stay the night, of course. I've had guest quarters prepared.
John will look upon being offered a place to sleep. John will look to Han with a kind of with a raised eyebrow, like, are you sure about that?
I just look at him and smirk. Subtly, of course.
If I had to blow off my Destiny dealer's face for you, I'm blaming you.
Yeah.
Well,
It'd be good to enjoy some luxury for once, gents.
You want to know true
Indeed.
luxury?
It has been a while after all.
yeah. Okay.
Gives us the opportunity to perhaps blow off some steam.
Alright.
Yeah, boss?
Have you ever slept in a cotton bed?
Cotton bed?
Mm-hmm.
What is cotton?
What is called?
Cinder also kind of looks confused. What's a bed?
It's a bit- Oof.
That's the thing. That's the thing they paid you to lay on.
You mean it's not the floor?
Dab on the phone.
Right. Do you wish to finish your meal and retire, or do you want to like ask her more stuff?
Nah, well, John, if anything, will just finish his meal and retire. Though he will remark as he's exiting, not too loudly, say more to himself than anyone else. That's the first party I've been to where I haven't where I haven't killed anyone.
Oof. Damn, son. You can just plonk yourself in around there.
I suppose my character just does some more of the small talk, and shall then retire as well.
Okay.
You know what's so funny about
To
all
either
this?
his quarters or hers.
Ooh, woo.
You know what's
What's
you know what's
this?
you know what's incredibly funny about role-playing games, and is that they are incredibly unrealistic to such a degree that you can pretend to have a functional social life and social skills.
Yes. Because you can just say, you see, I do the thing.
Okay. Before we get to Han's thing, is there anything else you guys want to do?
Sender's gonna inquire if there's a bar in this estate that she can go to. Or like a drinking area, I guess.
Varuna politely informs you there is like a smoking lounge, and she can have one of her servants wait on you for a while, if you so wish to relax that way.
Cool. Sender will say, very politely, yes, I would very much enjoy that.
And she gives you a nice smile. So, of course, dear. And you almost feel her being a little condescending, and almost as though she's saying, like, I'm sure you haven't had that very often,
Have you been
Bitch,
to the
just
cloud?
don't be jealous.
Have you been to the Cloud District now?
Yeah!
Of course you haven't. What am I saying?
That's the impression you get. She doesn't actually say that, but that's the vibe you get.
Yeah, Juka's gonna join her in drinking. After one quick thing. He's gonna walk up to one of the guards and say, like a man in uniform.
Whoa, damn son. Okay. Let's see how this goes. This is
Roll
going
charm.
funny.
Roll charm against discipline.
I do it.
No, give me a minute.
He did it.
No, I haven't got the thing ready.
Come on.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll roll the difficulty die. You just leave that there. Man, trying to hit on the fucking Imperial Royal Guard. Oof. What a power move.
I've
never seen anyone do that.
I just...
I felt it had to be done.
Okay, how do you resist charm?
just fucking discipline, I think.
Tatooine citizen sexually harasses Royal Guard.
Gets Royal Guarded.
Royal Guard!
Alright, no, it's posed by Cool.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, I am gonna add a thing in for it though. Where is he? Where's his stats? La la la.
Oh no!
Oof.
Yes!
No, that's
No!
Nope, just short.
Oh, that's
just
the
fucking
difficulty.
short.
Do you want a hilarious thing? The Imperial Royal Guards have a very shit presence.
Wait a second. Don't you have some abilities for this bounty hunter? Check your abilities real quick, see what you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, have a look. I'm gonna look in the other book to see if there's some I've missed.
Use the force!
Use the force! Oh god, this is so dumb.
I've never... Jesus Christ.
Should I try to make use of a light side point?
This is why Pasta is the true protagonist.
Walking into a royal estate and hitting on the guards.
You can make if you really want to upgrade that charm and see if you get anything better, yes, you can make a light side point.
Squad morale broken.
I'll do it.
Nope, same result, I'm afraid.
Oh.
Okay, basically what happens is the guard's visor just kind of turns to you for a second. And then he looks back, it's looking straight ahead. He doesn't say anything. He just turns to you and then turns back.
Word for shot, I guess.
So fucking close.
I guess you're going back to drinking now.
Yeah.
Okay, that was funny.
Fucking. I've never experienced such a physically exhausting power move.
I mean, that nearly worked.
Mm-hmm. That's the part. It
Could I-
shouldn't.
Yep.
Could I use a leadership test to get past him?
Oh,
Nah, it's a bit too dumb.
Come on, Pastor, you can do it.
oh, boy.
It's funny, but it's too dumb.
Yeah.
Alright,
Could I try to roll something else?
I mean, nah, because the thing is they're gonna, like, escort her back very soon, so probably not, that's right. Maybe when you return from the mission, we'll see. If you
We'll
return.
try again. I promise you that.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I will account for this. I'll remember this. Okay,
So
Chonky.
that's the way. So that's the way Yuka swings. Good to know.
Okay, Nullus is gonna go off and sit like a statue somewhere because he's not here. Cinder's off drinking. Yuka's off drinking. Where does Jeet? Where does?
I am going to
Is Jeet gone as well? I know he's been back.
for mini bits.
I think he scattered out to sleep.
I think Ritual said be right back. So where is Chonky going? I'm gonna presume Chonky goes to sleep as well. Right. Okay, basically, Han, as you're heading up to your room and you reach the first floor, you see Varuna standing there with her guards and is like, Mr. Solokos, would you care for some special wine I have before you return to bed? Before you
Special
retire?
pudding. Oh yes, of course.
Very good. Could you roll me a... let's see...
Would that be coordination?
No. Just a charm test. I'm just gonna get the thing ready.
To quote Nuka's mother, she's trying to fuck you.
Oh boy!
Or
Okay. I will give you 3 blues.
hell yeah.
Roll a charm
Being such
test.
an epic gamer.
Yeah. Oh! Okay. Yeah, you managed to successfully get laid if that was your goal all along. And you spend the night in her quarters. So.
I'm now on -1 strain.
Yeah, you suffer 1 strain. There you go from the...
Damn.
You don't manage to sleep very well, put it that way.
You can't move your hips too well the next day.
Alright.
Right.
You will wake up the next morning.
Well, seriously, nothing. Okay,
Sorry, what?
I'm not. This.
Wait, do you not sleep? Do you want to do something before you go to sleep?
No, I'm just not used to nothing happening during the nights when we're sleeping over in a noble's mansion. Generally speaking, someone tries to kill you.
Nah, her security's pretty good. Misol has got something. And she's basically cordoned off the other nobles away from your guest wing so that they didn't cause any bullshit, so...
I mean, fair enough.
Yeah. You wake up in the morning, she summons you all and you have a nice breakfast. Some of you are probably hungover.
Oh yes.
Oh god, that is disturbing you.
fuck's sake.
That's fucking gay, bro.
You're so fucking gay. I'm like,
I was thinking more just he's sitting there in a lounge chair, just being drunk with his mouth open. Not quite that nice.
so Yuka has, so still, so even now, Yuka has yet to experience what a cotton bed feels like.
Yes.
Right, so
Try the lounge stool.
she greets you all in the morning, if that's what you're ready to do, and she basically pulls up a data slate Han and says, I believe this is where my foster sister resides. And it basically is a data pad with some details. The name of your acquisition is Sarah Varuna, adopted family name.
Huh.
And she resides, or at least her last known location is from her sources, at the Whitewater Spa. A place in the sort of middle to high districts on Theed. And it is owned, all she knows is that it's a private spa owned by a man named Kordam Bokir. Beyond that, there's not much else to go on.
Well, that is enough.
Yeah, I think that's enough information to go by.
Consider it done.
We'll bring her back.
Very glad to hear that. Thank you, gentlemen.
Probably. Unless the shops are up.
Right then, boss. Let's go.
Just sort of grabs his machine gun from under the chair and just says, right lads, let's get to work.
Another contract to go. Okay.
So I think once we're done with this, we are gonna have to start looking into our boys cooking back home.
Yeah.
Okay, where do you guys want to go next? You're free to get on the aquatic vessels and leave at your leisure and go where you want.
I guess let's just try heading straight to where she is, yeah? I guess.
If they've sold her into sex slave trade, then probably, yeah, she would be at a spa. Or at
I
least
mean,
in
if
some
she's been sold into the slave trade, we can just buy her.
True. So, should we have a look?
I think we're just waiting for Stu.
Yeah, if you're all happy to head there, then yeah. Unless someone else
Yeah.
will do. Okay. This music's quite good, actually.
Let's go to where the spice flows like a vine.
So, for those of you not here, they're going to be waiting in the van like Payday style.
Hell yeah.
The rest
So
of
we
you
have
are
an entry
here.
team.
Yeah, you'll have basically an entry team and then a backup team, I guess, in the van for when AFK people or people not.
Are we
playing
going in
together.
Russian or are we going sneaky beaky like?
I think it's called.
You drive. You drive for a while. You pull off the main road here and turn into the Whitewater Spa. And
Okay,
Chunky
cool.
parks the truck quite nicely at the side road here.
So when do we get the AKs and shout Tripaloski?
Bruh.
So we're gonna. Well, don't see any guards. I
Uh,
think.
All you can see so far are a few parked vehicles and some civilians chatting nearby.
I have switched from my pleasure suit from my leisure suit to my business suit.
Sounds good.
Juka is still in the suit. Strange enough.
You know you're supposed to take that off after a formal event.
It's business.
That's not a business suit.
It is now.
I believe Yuka enjoys being a high roller of sorts.
Oh, I roll high, but you don't want to know what I'm rolling.
Oh,
Just gonna take a step over here. Just
Old John. John just looks at you, Yuka incredulously, and says, "You're going to be a fine bounty hunter."
Thank you. One day. Not today.
All right. Well, I don't see any guards. Nor do I see any expectations of an assault. So might be best to simply take advantage of the fact that there doesn't seem to be any defenses and just walk in.
indeed, let us do that. But as always, be prepared for the worst.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Right. Right, Yuka.
You?
John tosses you something.
Oh. Okay.
Let's see if you can catch it this
Juka
time.
will try to catch.
roll a coordination check.
Ooh. There we go.
I shall aid him by making it an easy throw to give him another blue.
Hey, give me a minute.
Oof, that's completely neutral roll.
Oof, oof. Okay. You do manage to catch it, but it's a little clumsy, I'm gonna say.
Alright. And you see a weird kind of metallic contraption in your hands.
What the heck is this, sir?
Sorry,
Is
when
it
the
that-
bot just kicked up, I thought my printers were having a stroke.
Press the button. Press the button when you're in trouble. That's all. Don't do it now.
Okay.
Yep, that was it. Let's go.
Why does this feel like Stellaris music, this fucking track?
Hell yeah.
Oof. Oh, Stellaris music's fucking godly, but damn. It's 6 bits in this.
By the way, could you try to have a look at what you just got tossed and try to learn what it
Yep.
is?
What is it, Gren?
Other character. It's a training lightsaber.
Ah.
Ew.
So yeah, you look it over and it appears to be some kind of strange thin cylinder device you can hold comfortably in your 2 hands.
It has a button.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Juka could in any way try to learn what it is? Or...
Yeah. Make
Uh,
me a lore
well,
check, but it'll be a tricky one.
Thing is, I could use spot info, but I kind of don't
That's
want to, considering.
probably not in this
I really-
situation, to be honest. Like,
I really want this just to be wouldn't fit in the situation, and on top of that, I kind of want this to be entirely chance based.
yeah. Punch it when ready. Hey!
Holy fuck!
Damn, son!
You recognize it as some kind of ancient weapon wielded by practitioners of the Force in decades past. You're not too sure what type, what make, is it a unique one, is it some kind of manufactured one, but you know it's some kind of saber thingy that they used to use. After reading some books about what they look like, you're pretty sure this is one of them.
Dude, what the heck are you just standing? He says as he just walks. Basically, he's mumbling.
Something I think you're gonna have use of. Alright.
I presume
And
you'll wish then to.
John will go up and open the door.
You open the door, and you're greeted with a long hallway and a entrance, sort of a lobby next to the left. I will reveal both.
Can I roll Underworld as we enter in here to see if I recognize anything about the place?
Same.
Yeah. Punch on Underworld.
What's your... Actually, no, it's better that we both roll. Since I can get ebb and flow on this as well. Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't really feel much from this place. It just seems to be an ordinary spa as far as you can tell.
So let's see. Okay. I'm gonna use Street Smarts on my Underworld check. I'm also gonna check Underworld. And remove one threat.
One threat from the roll. Okay, cool.
I do like the fact that the moment we opened the door, the music changed.
Oh yeah,
was
that's
silent.
perfect. Honestly, the bot has been blessing me most of these games I do. With its tracks.
Oh yeah.
This is good.
Did you roll?
Yuka, you can roll.
Sit up.
Oof.
You get a bit of a better inkling. You think this is probably more than likely a legit place, but you feel like there might be something off about it, but you're not really sure. Like, the personnel out here seem pretty legit. Like, they look like actual, hired guards and so forth, security. Everything is as it should be. What you'd expect. Oh yeah, I forgot to do Chonky's roll, but I think that would have failed as well, to be honest, so... Yeah. You waltz in, and the guard kind of just nods to you and kind of points to the door over here.
Yeah, we got an appointment.
You want to do the honors, boss?
I shall leave this one up to you.
Yeah.
As you approach the desk, the lady at the desk looks up and she's like, good afternoon, sir. Ashley, when did you leave? What time did you roughly want to leave at?
Like, it was probably...
Midday, afternoon, I would say, by the time you got here, I like to think.
Probably left sometime towards the end of the morning, and here midday now, probably.
Yeah, well, she's gonna say good afternoon, sir, and welcome to the White Waters Spa. Are you gentlemen interested in having a session with us? Or perhaps some treatment options?
Actually, we had to pick someone up today. We actually had to pick someone up.
Oh, see, sir. Tell me, who's the person's name? I shall see if they're here.
The name was... What was her name?
Sarah Varuna.
Runa family chick. Sarah Runa.
Well, let me just see, sir. She punches some stuff in on a datapad and looks at terminal and says, records don't show anyone called Varuna today. That's funny. You sure she's here, sir?
She should be.
Well,
She's a bit of a weird one. Tends to use a fake name for some godforsaken reason. You know how the Runa family. You know how the Runa family can be.
of course, sir. We do have some more discreet clientele, as you can imagine, sir. Not everyone likes to be associated with more public places, especially concerning members of the nobility. And she kind of gives you a nice warm smile at that, like knowingly.
John nods and kind of goes, "Well, sorry if it's a bother, but maybe we could look around. If she is using a fake name today, then we probably recognize her."
Well, sir, if you like, sir, I could certainly give you gentlemen a pass to use our facilities for the afternoon. We have very reasonable rates and a room to store all your items and attire that will be perfectly safe. We have fine security here. He's essentially saying, leave your weapons in there. Because, yeah, it might be a bit funny if you walk around with weapons.
Fair enough. I understand that this is a spa, but are we at least allowed clothes, since we're not really intending to use the facilities?
Oh, of course, sir. I could permit you to wear some gowns, or at least some light lounge attire at most. It does get quite... the temperature does rise somewhat, so I wouldn't recommend wearing your regular attire, but we could certainly provide you with some basic robes.
Juka is gonna kind of butt in and look over to her and say, You have those fancy, things that check for metal, right?
What was that? Sorry, Pasta.
You have one of those fancy things that, check you for metal and stuff, right?
Oh, of course, sir. We do scan our clientele just to make sure not bringing in anything too untoward that might get damaged in our spa rooms.
Excellent. I think I lost, some kind of metal thing somewhere on me, so that'll be perfect.
Very good, sir. And she basically... Yeah, she says our rates would be 30 credits per head. That's for a very basic rate, but we can increase the amount if you want a more VIP experience, shall we say. And she kind of smiles.
I guess if we can't find her and suspect she's in the VIP section, it is possible to just kind of upgrade. Your thing for the day.
Very
After
good.
all, we are just kind of looking around.
Very good, sir. So I'm guessing you just want the basic, pass to just kind of look around a bit if you're not interested in the services. Okay, so that is 30 credits per head. There is 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess 5 of you technically with Jeets, but I don't know if Ritualist is coming back, so we'll just pay for Yi as well. He can just be there, following you around. I feel like Yi wouldn't want to miss this. So.
Would this be under company finances? What's your consideration?
What was that, Pasta?
Would that be under company finances?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I mean, it's 150 credits, so yes.
Yeah, so
Might as well take it out of the company, as we're on official company business at the moment.
Exactly.
All right. And I guess we're taken to a changing room now or something?
Yeah, she says now that you've paid and given your little small visitor passage, she's like, please go down the door, sir, and it is the gentleman is the second door on the left, the ladies is the third on the left.
Thank you.
Very good. Have a pleasant experience, sir.
Juka is kind of in the middle of something, so he's still gonna shout at this guard. Sir, is that an ATM?
He kind of looks over you and says, "No, sir, this is not a banking clan terminal."
Thank you. I was asking you for like 2 minutes straight, sir.
He just kind of shrugs. I was like, "Have a nice day, sir."
Right, so it was third down the hallway, was it? On
Second
one.
for gents, third for ladies.
So which one is that? This one or this or that one?
This one.
What?
Go to the
I
drive,
was saying, yeah, she should have said on the right because I wasn't thinking about your perspective. So
So this one.
next one.
Okay.
Yeah, second.
Second down from the offices. Understood.
Yeah.
Just gonna go to the back to make sure Yeet goes to the right one.
Oh,
Alright.
Okay,
Go through.
go through.
okay.
And there's a couple of
Ah.
dudes like changing or kind of milling around, like getting their stuff together, and they just kind of look up at you, but kind of go back to their stuff and don't really pay you much mind.
I get the strong urge to require a coat rack to put my hat on.
Alright. Let me think.
So here's the important question: are you changing into robes? And if you are you taking any items with you, like weapons primarily?
There's a metal detector. And I remember there's a way to make it so that that metallic objects don't trigger on metal detectors, but I don't know if any one of us brought the correct equipment.
It's to make them out of not metal, as far as I know.
The thing is, Juka has a weapon that could potentially get through. Question is, would you qualify a longbow as not being metal?
Would you be
Put
able
it
to
this
find
way.
a longbow?
I
Juka,
don't know if
think
you'd
of
be
a
able to
weapon.
conceal a longbow.
There is a
Just put it along
simple
your back.
system, Yuka, for a weapon for you. What you do is, I pick you up and hit people with you. It's foolproof.
Understandable. The next thing.
Might be something. Yuka,
Yeah.
the thing I gave you.
Yeah.
I'll need it back for a moment.
Okay. Juka's gonna toss him the lightsaber, not thinking it is.
Alright. Alright then, let's change.
Okay, you all change into
And
robes.
unironically, John just says, "What is fucking hot in there?"
Juka is just gonna sit down and remain in the suit.
It's gonna what?
Yeah, he's gonna stay in the suit.
Oof.
I'm gonna change into loungewear.
Yep.
And just going to, for the moment, just gonna like go over here to these lockers, basically.
Yeah.
And while I'm here, I'm going to do a bit of a roll.
Okay.
Alright, so first of all, what is the equivalent of a sleight of hand in this system?
Are you looking to conceal an item?
Not quite. I'm looking to do something without anyone noticing I'm doing it.
That would be a skullduggery check.
Okay. I will use ebb and flow with that.
Okay. Punch it in when ready.
Jesus fucking Christ, why is... I know you can use ebb and flow with any skills. Why isn't skullduggery showing up on the list of skills? It's fucking odd.
That's kind of gay.
Whatever. But anyway.
Right.
So skills, skullduggery. Can I just this once kind of do a destiny point?
Yeah, you absolutely can. That'll turn that into success. So
Mm-hmm.
you'll suffer one strain as you're like, oh shit, like you almost fucked up, but you managed to put it in carefully. Whatever you're
Well,
doing.
I was. Oh yeah, fair enough. We'll do that. And one more conflict point. Oh yeah, need to click the button.
Mm-hmm. Eat.
And with that, I'm now also gonna have to spend another destiny point, unfortunately. This is good if it succeeds. And I would like to use and hold move. Move object on the lightsaber to lift it and hold it in the air as we move.
Okay. Cast
As
that.
close to the roof as I can.
Okay.
As not destiny point, I'm very sorry.
Oh god, another destiny.
Another string. Use some dark side points, I guess, too. I'm very sorry about this.
Yeah, this will be fun later on. It might be worth it though, honestly, to get a weapon in there.
Right? But that basically means that the lightsaber flies unnoticed into the air and remains in suspension as near the roof as possible as we move.
Cool. Does anyone else want to conceal an item in some way? I should state the rules on that are, you can easily conceal an item of 1 encumbrance or less without a check.
1 encumbrance.
Yeah.
Yes!
So
I'm
your
not going to
switch
question
knife.
how you're doing this.
I mean, you're wearing like a spa robe, so you've got pockets, you know.
Damn,
I'm
my machine gun has 2 encumbrance.
Okay. Considering this, Yuka is gonna change his robes, and he's gonna bring his combat knife.
Is that an encumbrance of what?
I just imagined Yuka like saying, "Excuse me for a moment," as he goes into the bathroom.
Oh yeah, because Yuka's gay and doesn't want change in front of all the men.
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
Oh,
Yeah.
He brings the knife with him as he goes changing.
Oh god, why?
Fair enough. Anyone else
You don't wanna
concealing
walk down
anything?
those robes.
no.
Okay, I'm gonna check if Ritualist can conceal his truncheon, because that'd be funny if he can.
I only have the machine gun.
This music is fucking snazzy, by the way.
Oh yeah, actually fits well. Now Ritualist has an encumbrance of, it has 2 or more. Oof. You can attempt to smuggle someone in with a higher encumbrance, but basically they get blues on their roll for every encumbrance above 1. So a heavy machine gun would probably give him like 5 or 6 blues or something stupid. Like, and
Do
it
you
would be
have light? Do you have ranged light in skill?
No, but I do have very high agility, so it should be good. If I
Do you,
had a ranged light weapon.
Do you wanna? Let's see. I've got a. Oh yeah, you've won a light blast pistol.
Yeah, sure, that would be greatly appreciated.
I always keep a light blast pistol as backup.
Bruh.
I will state, it will be opposed by the guards. It will be a perception check on the part of the guard, opposed by your stealth roll. What your stealth skill?
Oh, hell yeah.
So you sneaking in a pistol, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotta.
Okay, so Gren doesn't have to do anything 'cause he's literally holding it above his head, okay, with the force. Yuka is sneaking in a combat knife. Han is sneaking in a, I guess, just a regular blaster pistol.
A light blast pistol.
A light blaster pistol. Ooh, that might work actually. And Skog,
That's what Gren gave him.
you're just Wookiee, see if your fists, I guess. And Jeet, we will determine Jeet if Rituals turns up again tonight. So you
I
gentlemen.
don't think they'd want him to take the robe off.
That's true.
That would give us nightmares.
To be fair, I'll say Yeet takes the truncheon with him.
That's a rather distressing euphemism.
Yep. Are you guys ready to enter the lovely spa?
Yes.
This music's oddly appropriate as well.
I believe that it matches Yuka's aesthetic. His newly discovered aesthetic, that is.
When you're ready, guys, make your way to that door.
Oh yeah. All right. The one above.
Yes, one at the top. Yep. To the
I-
right.
Good timing, Ritualist.
Yes.
Ritualist, we're going to spa.
Are you hiding any weapons? Oof.
Stated Ritualist that you can hide a truncheon.
No, rather not disclose where.
I don't think anyone is want to do that.
Okay, who wants to approach the guard first?
Juka will. If nobody else wants.
He basically kind of smiles and is like, "Welcome, sir. Please stand still for a moment."
Clenches my cheeks.
Oof. What's the encumbrance of your item?
1.
1. Okay, give me a minute. What's your stealth?
It's 2. Should I roll?
Hold on.
Because we're all at a spa because we're doing a mission for the blue sofa bitch. To find her sister who seems to have fucked up somewhere.
Pasta, how many yellows and blue die do you have in stealth?
Yellows and blues.
Yellows and greens, sorry. Let's see.
Oh. 2 greens, no yellows.
2 greens, no yellows.
We're essentially thought patrolling.
He kind of scans you over and kind of does a light sort of tapping with a little sort of instrument. He basically has like a sort of thin stick with a sort of sensor on the end, and he just kind of taps over you gently or against the robe a bit, and then kind of frowns and is like, okay, sir, you may proceed. Thank you for your cooperation.
If you're gonna tap a man, at least ask him.
Wow. Okay, Yuka, you're inside.
Oh, the powerful homosexual energy.
And it's John next. And he's like, "Welcome, sir. Please stand still for a moment."
As the lightsaber just spins slowly near the roof.
He scans you over and kind of is like, "Very well, sir. Thank you for your cooperation. Go ahead." So he just lets you in with a roll. Who's next?
And that would be me.
Okay, Han, what's the encumbrance?
1.
And what's your stealth in greens
I
and
have
yellows?
4 greens.
4 greens. Alright.
Yeah.
Oof.
Bruh.
Bruh. That is a bra moment. He kinda just taps against like one of your back pockets and is like, sir, do you have an item to declare?
Let's see. I have a pretty decent deception.
Yeah, you might need to use that. Somehow. I'm trying to think how...
Can Juka just shout, no?
I mean, he
that's
could
just
bullshit
him
it and be
being
like,
happy."
oh, it's just my car keys or something like that. I'm guessing that's what
Yeah.
you're gonna do. Okay.
Just the keys of the van. Rather not keep them in, you know.
In the
Locker
thing, yeah. Okay.
A lot of rabble rousers around here.
Nothing to declare.
Even in
Happy to see
such
you.
an fine
Such a
establishment.
fine
as this.
establishment. Okay.
Oof.
Okay, give me a minute. I will
Also, because of plausible deniability, one
remove
black die
blacks.
is removed.
Yes.
one
Okay,
black is
roll a
removed.
deception.
Remove black.
Hey!
Hey.
He kind of just frowns again and then shrugs and is like, oh, fair enough then, sir. I understand, I suppose. Go on in.
Heart racing fast.
I'm just gonna put as
In
another...
hearts, yes.
I'm just gonna show the chat another lovely art.
Hell yeah.
I think the only one hiding a gun would be Ham, actually.
Okay, so Han gets in. Who's next?
Ritualist, you can choose to hide a gun if you wish to smuggle it in, just in case.
Or a truncheon. Basically, if it's encumbrance of 1 or less, it's quite easy to conceal.
I'm going to elect to go last.
Classy.
Alright, Ritualist, basically you come forward and he's like, welcome sir, please stand still for a moment. Ritualist, what is the encumbrance of your gun, if you can tell me? Oof, I can look for you to be fair.
A slug pistol.
Slug pistol. Encumbrance of 1? Ooh, that's really easy to hide, damn.
But it's a slug gun.
I mean, damn.
Also, personally, I feel like the Wookiee should get a bonus because it could just hide it whatever it wants in its fur.
I don't know if he wants to bring anything though, do you, Skull?
I plan to bring nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
That's not special, you.
I don't think the punching zoo needs a firearm.
But that's
I
not special.
can't hide a bowcaster.
I'm going to translate that as 1 success. Basically, he searches you and a couple of pings turn up in his scanner, like very minor ones, and multiple ones start turning up, and the guard just kind of frowns and then kind of just looks to the side and is like, you just hear him under his breath, oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, whatever, sir. You may go in, thank you. Like, he doesn't want to search a fucking Jawa. And then Chonky.
Racism wins again.
Okay, now the guard is just kind of like, welcome, sir. Please
I give
stand
him a big
still.
smile.
Okay, this freaks him out because it's a fucking Wookiee jaw, and he's just like,
Waiting for this.
and he just kind of gingerly, starts, you know, running the little tiny stick scanner over you, and just kind of is like, go
I
on
would
through,
like
sir.
to think I am just wearing the monocle.
He's just like, go on through, sir. Thank you. He seems kind of terrified.
Please don't kill me.
Okay, now
Imagine having to go through such racism.
Now we are in
10,000 BC.
we are in a lap of luxury.
Well,
Mr. Epstein, get down.
She is like, damn son.
Breathe, Epstein, breathe.
Okay. What you see before you are many clientele relaxing and lounging on massage tables and little pools of water. With many, shall we say, unattired servants attending to them.
There's a word for this. Tell me what it is. Like a polite word.
My character looks around in disgust.
Such a hive of
Wait, did we-
degeneracy.
Can we go to a whorehouse?
Not quite, but
It's a massage parlor.
Ah,
Mm.
secret whorehouse. Gotcha.
Basically, welcome to the underworld's best.
Gee will go.
The hidden brothel.
I can only assume one of the things that pinged is Yeet's like retina scanner.
She just starts T-posing and levitating
There's
towards one
another
of them.
thing. There's another thing that Jeet has that pinged.
Oh,
Stress.
D8. Where does he go? Ah. Jeet fancies a human lady now.
Where the
Okay.
white women.
It seems
Oh, dear.
Seaman.
Okay.
I'm seeing the big suspicious door to the bottom of the room.
Yes, there is indeed a big suspicious door.
By suspicious, presumably not suspicious because it's enormous.
Yes. Wait, where are you going, Jeet? Oh, you're gonna talk to the Twi'lek slave dude. Okay. Right. I won't go too in depth with this, but are you basically asking them to massages and shit? If that's what you want to do, like queue up and wait. Homo.
I just sort of mutter to Chunky, what a hive of scum and villainy.
Yes. Han is like, I'm not interested in thoughts. Because
I would like to indicate to Han if he can remind us of the description of our target.
Gentlemen, this is why they call it the underworld, aside from the obvious reasons.
okay,
Wherever your underworld is, you can keep it.
okay, let's do this one by one. Yuka, you queue up to the Twi'lek man performing a massage on this lady. You politely wait, I guess, unless you want to do something else.
He has 4 options.
Oof.
I'm thinking Juka will wait, and then, in the face of his personal sexuality, I think he's actually just gonna question it.
Oof. Okay. After
I know I'm gay, but am I this gay?
After a while, this lady vacates from the table and thanks the Twi'lek man, and goes to relax in one of the pools for a bit. And the Twi'lek man turns to you, Yuka, with a big smile and is like, "Ah, hello, sir. What can I do for you?"
Yuka is going to answer that with, well, hello there, handsome. You wouldn't happen to know of a friend who's been through here?
A friend? What do you mean, sir? Who exactly?
Basically, Juka is going to describe the photo we were shown by the clients.
Make me a... Let's see... Make a charm test, Yuka.
Fuck.
Okay, he kind of just, furrows, he just kind of rubs the chin for a minute and is like, Oh, I don't know, sir, I'm afraid. We have many, people come through here, but I'm sure I can help you forget about her,
Oh. Not that boy. Maybe we'll see each other later.
He kind of just nods and is like, very good, sir. I'm sure you'll be back when you're ready.
Spice Wars: The Revenge of the Uwu.
No! Okay, Jeet, what are you wishing to do? Or do I even need to ask?
At the end of the day, there's only two things you can know for certain about me. I slay thoughts and I slay pussy.
After a while, you wait politely and the man wanders off to
have been
relax in the
slayed.
pool. And the girl turns to you and is like, oh, hello there, sir. She kind of seems a little nervous and confused because it's a fucking Jawa. But yeah, you can charm to be cute.
How do you massage someone in a trench coat?
You'd be surprised.
You suffer a strain, one strain. Basically, she doesn't immediately kind of reject you or anything. She just kind of looks a little confused and awkward, like, you know, she just
Are
seems
you
really
supposed to
nervous,
do
like she
this?
doesn't know about... Yeah, exactly, she does. She's like, who's this weird alien dude? What's he want me to do?
How are you supposed to do this?
Yep. I will use. Doctor... Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
No, no.
I don't know what role I would use. I'm going to use the same role, fuck it, but I'll just give you some boosts.
This is taking an interesting turn.
Roll medicine to explain to her professionally what you will do. Okay.
I feel like what he does is he explains it very well, but she's utterly disgusted.
Yeah, that's kind of the impression I get. Yeah, there's a disaster there. Yeah, she's just kind of like, she's almost like, so ask one of the other girls, and she kind of wanders off for a minute. When you get rejected.
Imagine being the most Imagine being Dr. House, but instead of being a cripple, you're just really ugly.
I feel bad for that girl. She's probably like feeling really awkward right now.
Ooh. Who's next?
Chonky, what do you want to do? Sitting by the potted plant, I see.
What are you doing, Stonky?
I'm just trying not to be seen here mostly, and trying to see if I can recognize any of the distressingly, oily people as our target.
Alright,
Assuming the answer to that is probably not.
make a perception check to see if you can spot anything you
Understandable.
recognize.
Roll it.
Yep.
I think the answer is no.
The answer is, yeah, you don't really see anything that strikes out at you particularly, other than many oily people sighing in satisfaction.
These people are just not hairy enough. It's distressing.
Han, what do you want to do? Are you doing the same?
I shall do the same, yes.
It looks like a room full of cancer patients.
But first I shall roll stealth to hide in the plant.
Roll stealth.
Reminds me of the reminds me of the jungles back during my military days.
Yes.
They were far less threatening than this place.
Hey, Han, you roll very successful stealth. You are a ninja in the bushes of Nam.
The fuck did Han go?
When the plant starts speaking German.
Alpine Jaeger
Alright.
about. Okay,
My
roll
turn now.
perception.
You.
Okay.
Can I punch it in?
Yep.
Bruh.
Doors they lie. Okay, you have a good look around. You suffer a bit of strain, a bit of eye strain, so to speak, as you look around this oily, degenerate room. So you suffer one strain.
Yep.
You don't, but however, you do have a successful time kind of analysing everyone in every disgusting, degenerate detail, and you conclude that she's probably not in this room. As far as you can tell.
Alright.
And now we come to John Vick.
Alright. Are these the fucking tubs?
Yeah, they're kind of like hot tubs, basically.
Hmm. Alright. Let's look at the people here. Yeah. Mainly thoughts, I see.
Yeah.
Hmm. Well. This guy here.
Yep.
Does he look important?
He looks like he might be by his, what little jewelry he's wearing. He seems to be some kind of, rich noble man. He's just kind of relaxing in the tub next to another lady who... They seem to be quite familiar with each other.
John will kind of just approach the tub and look to the man and say, "Excuse me."
The man turns to you after talking to the lady and is like, what do you want, sir?
You're Mr. Sorry,
Mr.
Sorry,
Barris, sir, of House...
Barry.
Yes.
John kind of makes a bit of a show of struggling with the word a bit. This Barry. Sorry. That makes it a bit difficult.
Oh, I understand, sir. You off-worlder? Seems type. Don't mind me asking.
Oh yes, I've been to quite a few places.
Very astute.
I've heard a thing or two about you. Basically, I was wondering if you know the... It was Ravenna, yeah, Stu?
Sarah Varuna, yes.
Varuna. I was wondering if you know the Varuna family.
Oh, yes, Varuna's quite an old family. Well connected to House Palpatine, of all places. Fine family, but, a little bit on the decline these days, I think.
Stress.
I bet on the eccentric side as well.
Indeed, sir, indeed. I'm quite fond of them, but they do have their ups and downs, shall we say.
Well, you see, it's, I do company work for. You see, sir, do odd jobs here and there. And today we were supposed to chauffeur Miss Sarah Varuna. And we were told she was here, but haven't really seen her around. So I was wondering if maybe you've seen her.
Let me think, sir. Many people come through here from all... It's an unusual place, this, we have many noblemen come through here, but also, some from the middle classes. We even have a few ruffians here and there, but, I mean, they all pay, and they act well enough, so... I don't really, we don't really pay them too much mind. We're all more or less the same here, all unattired, so to speak,
John looks around and says, I can see that.
Yes, sir, yes, sir. Varuna. I think she may have been here, but if I did, I only saw her for a brief moment. I think she went to one of the more private rooms down the way there, and he just kind of lazily gestures behind his shoulder. Went off with some chap, I think. I'm sorry, sir. I can't really help you too much, but...
No, that's fine. That's far... Honestly, sir, that's far more help than ever necessary. I'm graciously thank you.
Oh, of course, sir. Enjoy your time here on Naboo. It's a wonderful world. Have a look for my postings, Hub Barris, if you ever need work. I'm sure I could use some capable chaps.
If you and he's about to leave, and he says, "All right," and this is more of a formality than anything. But if you ever need something done, my employer wants me to tell whoever comes by to call upon the Operational Observation Force Galactic Assistance and Negotiation.
Very good,
Or
sir.
simply the Eastern Galactic Company, you know how it is.
Eastern Galactic Company, got it, sir. I'll keep them in mind. Thank you.
Oh well. And he'll step away for a moment, and does this look like a VIP area or something?
What, the one at the back there? Or...
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it might lead some more areas, yes, definitely. Yep.
Right.
Thank
In
you,
that
Rich. Just, I've put it up on the stream for a brief moment. I just didn't want to interrupt the NPCs and shit, so... Can I buy a drink? Yeah? Do you want to walk up to the two, I guess, serve girls?
Are they like workers here or guests?
They're workers, it appears, just kind of chilling out.
Oh, he'll definitely.
Yeah,
What-
they both they both turn to you, Yeet, and kind of frown a bit, but then they kind of put on a smile and they're like, "Ah, welcome, sir. What can we do for you?"
Oh, nothing, just share a drink. Tell me
Of course, sir.
how your day was. We can relax.
Okay.
Is dick sucking on the menu?
Yeah, one of them comes back and hands you a nice glass of wine. You may roll a charm test if you wish to.
As I say, cheers. And I will put. Can I put destiny point into this to the right side?
You're running low on them, but yeah, if you want to.
Where is the?
You click roll
do you
destiny.
put it or do-
The top of the sheet. Use light
That's
side.
it.
Right now, punch it in.
So just to find the fucking.
I believe this is the first episode where we actually properly emptied the pool.
Okay,
Bruh.
how do I translate this, bro?
Just that I mean this a disaster usually indicates that it's just it goes really it seems to go really well and then it goes really bad. I have a very important question. What happens when water touches a unwashed Java skin?
Nigga, I am washed. Unlike other Javas.
I was just
Amazingly enough, I'm very
Whatever.
like Yuka.
Okay.
smells better than a yucca.
They kind of laugh and giggle as you charm them, tell them about how an amazing doctor you are and you've come here to chill out and all that stuff. I presume you take off the robe partially and then they see kind of what you look like and they're like,
They can see that the legs are not shaved.
yeah, and they all kind of look to each other a bit funnily and just kind of like,
Thank you for the drink, sir.
Okay.
Welcome to unfortunately it ain't easy being Java and racist town.
Yep. I mean, the Twi'leks kind of acknowledge you a bit better than the human girl did, but even they're kind of like, what do we do here?
Might be a Xeno, but you ain't a Twi'lek.
Yep.
He will just talk about, thanks for girls for being here. It's not easy, on this planet, hard to find company. Just yesterday, so some girl. What is the name of the girl we are looking for?
Sarah Varuna.
Sarah Varuna.
I love how everyone keeps asking. This is just funny.
Sorry, I was not here literally.
No, it's fine, but like literally everyone else has asked it at least once. Like, who is that girl?
Yeah, I was talking to her. We're just having a nice conversation at the bus stop, and then she just left. I'm just bullshitting my way.
Okay. Yeah, they kind of they're like, oh, that's unfortunate. Sorry to hear that. Hope she's okay. And all this shit. Yeah, they just kind of bullshit back with you as well. You don't really get much. They've not heard of a Sarah Varuna. They've heard of the name Varuna, but they just haven't heard of a Sarah Varuna.
She did tell me briefly she works around here. Is there like higher paying floor around here, or something like that.
They basically say that, you know, if you want a bit more of a VIP experience, you go through this door and there's some further rooms at the back.
He basically offers them the deal. Tell you what, get me in there and you can get me off your back.
And well, they basically say, oh, it's not necessary, sir. You can walk right through. No one will stop you. There's no guards.
Oh, really?
Indeed.
Thank you very much.
Simply require a... Basically, they say, you know, you require a higher paying card to get services there.
And with that, John will continue doing what he was going to do, and begins walking towards the door. And as he passes by this potted plant, I'll do a coordination check to throw the lightsaber that has floated down, and throw the lightsaber really quickly into the potted plant.
Okay. Roll a coordination check, huh? Or is it... No, roll... Who would actually roll? Because one of you's throwing, one of you's catching. That's a good question.
I don't know he's in there. I'm just throwing
Both.
the bottom plant.
Yeah, both of you roll coordination.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I shall, as an incidental, commit 1 force dice to increase my agility by 1, and then roll coordination.
Alright.
But force makes me agile.
Bruh.
Ignore the force die. Ignore
Okay,
the
yeah,
force
you
die.
very successfully yeet your thing in. Now roll hard.
Bruh.
That's one of the success, because how many advantage you get.
Just see a hand shoot out of the plant and grab.
Yeah. It's a little clumsy, but you managed to get it.
Just as John walks by, he just has to do a short double take, like, what?
Nani?
Hmm.
The Force works in mysterious ways.
The force doesn't grow hands on people. Well, especially on a pot of fucking plants. But I'm pretty certain that once that happens, he probably notices Han just hiding in the plants.
I did get 4 successes on that stuff, Jake.
I mean, do you reveal yourself, or do you, like...
Does it just
Or
disappear?
just leave me eternally confused?
Yes.
Okay. Jean will assume that the lightsaber is still there. But just stand for a moment and see if there's any other reaction. And then continue walking, assuming the lightsaber is still there. And that he's just going crazy.
Have you ever been to the Cloud District?
And walk towards the desk.
Okay, she looks up and is like, oh, I hope you're enjoying your stay here, sir. Anything else I can do for you?
I mean, it's a pretty nice place you got there. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to find the Runago. But as I suspected, I have an inkling that she's probably in the VIP area.
Oh, I see, sir. If you wish access, I can upgrade your card, certainly. Be only
What's that
another
cost?
extra 20 credits.
That's fine then. Yep. Please
Very
do.
good, sir. She takes the card and kind of swaps out around for a VIP one, just a nicer color, and hands it back to you. So there you go, sir. Enjoy.
Some of my compatriots might be coming soon up.
So you upgrade as well. So 20, 40. I guess you could just get everyone's cards and upgrade them.
Hold on for a moment. And John will just come and get everyone's cards.
Okay. That's
Also,
basically
as you
another,
walk-
100 credits or so.
As you walk out, I throw the lightsaber back to you.
I shall roll, as I cannot commit force point as a reactionary thing, I'll just roll coordination to catch it.
Hell yeah.
I do, however, get to add my force die. as a reactionary thing, though. So, okay.
Let me know if you guys ever need to end this, because we are running quite late.
Just, I catch it.
This is for the throw. Bruh.
Bro, you managed to throw it somewhat, but he managed just to catch it.
And
As you see my character just slowly raise up from the potted plant. Hello there.
Yes.
And I immediately go to realizing I'm holding the lightsaber. I immediately go to hide it.
Yep.
While this is happening, if possible, Juka is going to try something.
Okay. Plot a C4!
Not C4, but he is going to walk up to this pool, put his feet in the pool, and
It immediately
basically
darkens.
try to talk to the person beside him as he's staring at this black man.
What?
With prejudice.
Basically, he's talking to her while he's looking away. And what he's gonna say is, "Oh, howdy there, miss."
While not looking at her?
Yep.
What the fuck? God damn. What a power move. Fucking just...
What in tarnation?
Okay, she kinda just looks and is like, hello,
I'm
sir.
so confused.
Are you talking more to her, like charming her or something?
No, this is more or less, this is just the introduction. What he is going to say is, so, I'm kind of looking for a friend. I'm just wondering if you've seen her. You're all the distance. Yeah, you haven't. Maybe get a reward.
Nigga, what?
What?
Some random dude in a spa walking up.
She looks very confused now and is like,
Who is this? Who is this Chad that just sat down next to me? Like,
yeah.
My little friend.
like, bruh. What?
Sarah Varun. If you've seen her.
I can't.
My little friend, Sarah Veruna, have you seen her? Okay, she
I
just...
don't know how to handle this.
She's kind of like, really awkwardly just kind of like, I don't believe I've heard of her, so I'm afraid you might look around, you'll find her, I'm sure.
Can lie.
I understand.
I understand.
I wish you a nice
I
day, miss.
understand.
Slip away.
What, Chad?
You can't just scar someone like that and just walk away.
Oh, that's amazing.
What the fuck, mate?
What the fuck was that?
I kind of just half expected Yuka to just half lean over. Scott was asking this.
Hey, do you know about Sarah Varuna? That was like oblivion dialogue. It's like...
Have you heard of the High Elves?
Okay, you all convene at the potted plant. What is your next course of action, brave heroes?
Wait, hold on. I need to try and gather my thoughts first.
I knew this would be a little autistic, but this has gone a funny direction.
What kind of fucking? I can barely I know what you just did was a power move, but I can't comprehend it.
Exactly.
I'm so fucking confused.
That was like an
Warning.
Anakin Skywalker thing where he doesn't even look at the person that he's talking to during half the dialogue.
That's the worst part. Yuka's fucking learning.
He's learning how to be a protagonist. Fucking edgy anime protagonist. It's just too cool to look at them.
Okay,
I mean,
I guess fine. Fine, I suppose.
what the hell are you all doing?
I think just the plan is to, go there. Maybe end it for tonight. I'm a bit.
Yeah, that's true.
Unironically, I've been knocked off my game.
Okay, maybe we could end it now after that weird autism.
I just have a feeling that this is not the out of game reaction. This is just everyone just looking at Yuka like, the fuck was that? Literally, what the fuck?
Alright, I hope everyone's had a nice time tonight. I hope you enjoyed the new layout with the Streamlabs Pro or whatever the fuck, OBS. I'll have a tinker with it and see if we can get the art slideshow to work like normal. But besides that, I hope you all had a nice time. Does anyone have any final thoughts before we leave?
When are you changing the password of the Ark server?
That's a good question. I haven't had the Ark server in a while.
We hope to see you all again next time, where more power moves will be had. Nigger.
And on that bombshell, good night, ladies and gentlemen. Da, 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 da.